All right, I got the alert.
You got it. A 1-2,
Mm-hmm.
a 1-2.
All right, I got the alert.
There we go.
Got it.
Got it. A 1-2, a 1-2. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, first and foremost, we want to all give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. That's the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. We want to give double honors and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well over the flock of Israel. I want to say shalom and salutation to all you brothers out here pushing the words of truth and sincerity. All the sincere Akim and the Akwaf that's paying attention, the scattered Israelites, shalom. We the 12 tribes of Israel. This is like a special broadcast here. We're going to come with a special, unique broadcast just dealing with the medicine, the herbal remedies that the Lord provides us on this earth. And this is I must say, and nobody back here, doctors, we not your doctor, as a disclaimer. If you got a serious ailment, you want to go see a doctor, you send up them prayers to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and you do what's necessary for you to do. In no form or fashion, we're gonna make decisions for you, but we're gonna share the wisdom that the Lord gave us. Each one of these brothers is a brother who I met personally, and I know that have a knowledge of the scriptures. I mean, of course, a knowledge of the scriptures first and foremost, but also a knowledge of herbs, diets, exercises, things that benefit the body. Right? The scriptures tell you bodily exercise profit little. But all throughout the scriptures, it deals with certain herbs and certain remedies. And you get your cold, you get your flus, you get your back pains, you get your headaches, and you wonder what, you go straight to the cabinet, the grandpa's medicine cabinet, or you talk to go straight to the doctor. We got family members, they see the doctor every day. And I think it's a word for that. Somebody that always just think they sick and go to see the doctor. But through the Spirit of the Lord, the blessings that brothers have and the Lord provides us is that there's herbs on this earth. And before a little bit of the history background, before it all got into pharmaceuticals, before Rockefeller came around and made this big pharma an actual thing. Jake was going to what was the name of these people? The apothecaries and basically the medicine men of Israel. And we would tell him what's going on, and then we would get a remedy. We would tell this man what was going on, who was wise in the herbs, and he would give us a concoction. He would make it there for us or whatever. We would come in and then we would get our supplements from these people. And that's how, Jake would get back to health long before this pharmaceutical industry ever existed. All right. And straight from the earth. So brothers going to, use their best expertise. I got the brother first. We're going to start from all the way at the top of the U.S. all the way back down to the South. So, we are brothers, come in. So, goodbye. Introduce yourself.
Shalom, shalom. All praise to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Your brother Amon Gabar. Hey, Lord willing, be edified lesson to everybody out there tuning in,
Monagan.
Hey, shalom, brother Monagan, DC head of the DC camp. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatham, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Yeah, Abarat Dazah. Your faith is boosted through this. The real booster, the real something that really stick to you and edify. All through the spirit.
Yeah, Iqua.
Khan, hey, Yahbashim Yahushai, Bashim Kadash, hey, Brakatham. Yaiqua, that was the command of Great Millstone, Atlanta. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying, feeding the flock.
Zaiwan.
Khan. Brother Adam Zaiwan from GMS Birmingham camp. And first and foremost, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Barakatham to the hopeful elect. And Lord willing, you be edified this lesson. Shalom.
As you can see, the comment here, she got it right on the she nailed it. The name is a hypochondriac, right? Hypochondriac. And I look it up, it says a person who is abnormally anxious about their health. All right. That's really going on. Neurotic, all right, health obsessed. And what happens is Israel goes straight to the doctors, man. And we know the scriptures tell you he's a physician of no value. And so, you know, certain things they gonna prescribe you, man. You know, if you know people that worked in medicine, I knew a guy that studied at UConn Pharmaceutical School. He told me while he was a patient, while he was studying there, that they will suppress the medicine that has no remedies and put money to suppress those remedies. I mean, those medicines, those pharmaceuticals, and push the one that has you know, symptomatic pharmaceuticals over the ones that have basically cure you whole. So the money is in the sickness, it's not in the cure. And that's why through the spirit of the Lord, man, we, you know, brothers, the spirit is turning brothers back towards these natural remedies, man. So, you know, we're just going to jump into it, brothers. Let's hit some of these scriptures first and foremost. Go ahead.
I got
same order.
With.
Go ahead.
Yep, I got something. This is because you quoted it. This is the book of Job, chapter 13 and verse 4. It says, "But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value." All right. And going into Esau, Edom, he's a liar. All right. Esau is a damn liar. Every disease under this earth, this man has a cure for this thing, bro. Every single last one of it. You know what I'm saying? Esau controls the pharmaceuticals, like you said. And again, like you mentioned earlier, this ain't no medical advice and none of that. We just kicking the scriptures and dialecting, you know, dialoguing with each other. But Esau's a liar. We all know that. A physician of no value. In other words, we know that this man is all about money. How can he make money if he's actually curing people? You know, the terminology the sister put up there. Those people, they're the ones that actually feed. Yeah, there you go, hypochondriac. Those are the ones that actually feed into this thing and build this whole physician of no value. This false way of the doctors, the healings, the hospitals. You know, they feed into this thing, man. They're the ones that actually build it up. You know, but hey, Jake went back to the herbs, which all go back to their diet. You know, first of all, Jake don't want to know how to eat a proper diet, how to follow the dietary laws of the Most High. That's the main reason why Jake is always in the hospital. You know, with some type of cancer, diabetes is huge. Jake drink jugs of juice, man, jugs of juice, Red Bulls, everything that's sugary. You know, and Esau promotes that, man. He doesn't promote health. Here it is. If you promote health, this industry will lose money. And Jake will be good. Jake will have their senses and, hey, you are what you eat, right? They say you are what you eat. You have a good diet, and Lord willing, we get into them scriptures. But you keep a good diet, your mind is more sane, and the scriptures tell you that. You know, you keep a good diet, you eat, you this, you that. You're more sane, you're more able-bodied, you're more energetic. You know, but Esau don't want that, man. That's why again it says, "But ye are forgers of lies. You're all physicians of no value." Now, a physician is supposed to heal you. Tells you that in the Apocrypha how the Lord created the physician that heals, all right? And, you know, to praise him in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because he heals through the spirit of the Lord. That's what a physician does. But Esau, intentionally, matter of fact, you watch them commercials with the pills, and then you got the fast-talking side effect person. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Side effects may include death, heart attack. You know what I'm saying? You know? I mean, Jake still go ahead and take that shit, man. But hey, but you know what? The brotherhood, man. You know, hey, brothers and you few sisters that watch, go back to the origin, man. Go back to the herbs, the health, exercise, even sleep is important, man. I mean, we could go on for days, bro. I mean, go ahead, bro. That's all I'm gonna say on that, man. You're all physician of no value. They physician of no value, bro. Yup. Yeah, that's it right there.
I had one too. I know, Brother Monagon, you had.
Yeah, if I could pull this real quick. Yeah. This is Isaiah 10:1. It says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees." And you know what that was with the whole mandate.
Keep going out. You good?
Okay, Con, with the whole mandate. I'm gonna share my screen if that's too well.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, let me do that because I just wanna show this word here. Okay, the water. So this is Isaiah 10:1. It says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievances which they prescribed." And we already know what we just experienced one big unrighteous decree, which everyone mandated. You know, everybody got stay-at-home orders. almost like a 23-1, like they put people in prison. All right, and then it says, and that right grievances which they have prescribed. Now, prescribed sounds familiar because it sounds just like prescription. All right, and now this is the scriptures is the true prescription with faith, of course. All right, so now when we look up that word grievances, all right, with the big Amwanga bar just mentioned, the side effects, those are the grievances. If we look up, let me shrink the screen a little. That word, the Hebrew word amal for grievances, it says toil, trouble, labor. That's what happens when you subscribe or prescribe to this man's way of life, you know, his status quo, and as far as when it's your health wise, you know, your routine checkups, you know, Esau always wants you to come back to him. He always leaves you with something to come back with him, you know, something that's going to snare you, that's really supposed to heal you, you know. Now, if we go back, I just want to read verse 2 because there's a point in verse 2. It says to turn aside the needy from judgment. And that's the whole point. A lot of his MO, especially the health industry, we are paying a lot of those bills in those doctors' pockets, these nurses' pockets, and things like that. So the needy are being turned from judgment because the true judgment comes from the scriptures, like we're going into the physician. You know, there's things in place that the Lord put based off of sound biological principles. If you adhere to these things and how to incorporate them to your life routinely, you'll be okay. But if you're just a hypochondriac and you constantly need to lean on the serpent, you're going to be through. It says, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. And that's us. This applies to us. You know, this is also like a scripture that you could apply to the curses that are on our people, you know. But the point was those grievances, there's some side effects, you know, heart failure, waking up in the middle of the night with cold sweats. What is that? Off of a pill. Or a sharat, you know, something inserted in you. You know?
Yeah, see there it is right there.
That was it, bro.
I was actually gonna compliment what you're saying when you emphasizing that word grievousness, because also with this man's system, he's gonna try to bring in that sea hip as a medicinal solution for your woes. All right, but it's not going to end good if you, like you said, if you have that inserted in you. So this is a precept in that regard. It's the book of Revelations, chapter 16, verse 2. It says, it says, in the first went and poured out his veil upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the man which had the mark of the beast. It says, and upon them which worship his image. All right, now, when you go into it, that C hip, which we know is the MOTB, all right, is going to actually cause a sore. It's going to cause an infection. It's going to cause inflammation, all right, in your body. It's going to cause a cancer, all right? And because of that, that's not what the Lord set up. So it's not going to prosper, all right? And also, if you take that, you're also going to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles, you know?
You had a precept too, Yakwa?
What'd you say?
You had a precept too, didn't you?
Yeah, you didn't hear Revelations?
Oh, Salaki, yeah, you got it.
I got more on deck. But...
Go ahead, throw one more out there.
Yeah. So I got let me grab it real quick. This is the book of Sirach, right? So this is the book of Sirach, chapter 30. Because Esau, he'll have an agenda, but he'll use certain things. He'll make it look like it's a noble thing that he's coming with, man. And he's going to do that with the C hip. He's going to use it as the same thing what he did with the jab, man. All right, he used it as something that's medicinal to heal you. All right, that's a part of the foundation of this man's system, man. You know. But anyway, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 30. Let's do since the brother brought up diet, the brother Amon was speaking of diet, right? So this is Sirach chapter 30, verse 25. It says, a cheerful and good heart will have care of his meat and diet. All right. So you're going to consider what you're consuming, not only what you're consuming, because it's lawful, but you know, the amount of what you're consuming. You know, you can be you can be a gluttonous and it can cause detriment to your health, you know. So yeah, you're gonna have care of your meat and your diet, which your diet goes into, of course, what you eat, but your lifestyle in general, man. It affects your health, which affects what your spirit. You know, you got it, like it.
All right.
Yep.
So now we got to Zai1. You got something to precept to throw out there?
Yeah, kind of just to elaborate on what the brother said. You know, everything is with a balance. Going back to Proverbs, the 11th chapter.
Mm-hmm.
So also I got Sirach 38 or Ecclesiastes 38, and I started verse
3.
Yep. Well, I started verse 2. It said, "For the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the king." Verse 3, "The skill of the physician shall lift up his head, and in the sight of great men he shall be in admiration." Points in verse 4. It says, "The Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai had created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them." So as we have pretty much separated ourselves from the ways of Esau, which everything is pretty much tainted to food, everything is, you know, malnutrition, there's no nutrition in the food, the GMOs and all that, water, you know, once we learn that, you know, Esau's way is fucked up, you know, we gravitate more into the scriptures, and doing that, we came back to the herbs. And so we learned that the nutrition and the herbs is what heals the body. First you do it by prayer, but then you go back and you take the herbs and that supplies your prayer and it heals you. Now, if I can get one more.
Go ahead. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, verse 9, Sirach 38 and 9, it says, "My son, in thy sickness be not negligent, but pray unto the Lord, and he will make thee whole." Yeah, so the first thing is prayer. Because the first thing you got to do is pray to Yahweh Bashim Shai for whatever sickness that you might have. And then ultimately you go into the herbs and all of that, using wisdom, and then the Lord will, of course, add on to it. That's pretty much it.
Gabar, you got something?
Yeah, I got Yep, I got a few. You know, Lord's will. Sirach, you know, Sirach says a lot about Ecclesiastes said a lot about the, you know, the health, the diet, nutrition. So matter of fact, Ecclesiasticus chapter 31, and I'll start at verse 12. It says, "If thou sit at a bountiful table, be not greedy upon it, and say not, there is much meat on it." And, you know, this is wisdom right here, man. This is straight up wisdom. You know, don't be that gluttonous individual that goes to an event. You know there's gonna be food there. Hey, the apostles always bring that up. How some guys would just show up. You know, back in the day when they heard it was a barbecue, never seen them for class, Sabbath service, or nothing. But they show up when it's meat. You know, when they know there's gonna be some lamb and some liquor. Lamb and liquor, 2 L's, double L's. Jake gonna be there. You know, but be not greedy upon it. And say not there's much meat on it. Remember that a wicked eye is an evil thing. And what is created more wicked than an eye? Therefore it weepeth upon every occasion. Stretch not thine hand whithersoever it looketh, and thrust it not with him into the dish. You know, you know, you got like, you know, you had an event and you just eyeballing everything on the table, all the meats. The salad be the main thing left back. You know, you got the some fried chicken here. You know, you clashing hands, just trying to dig in because you being excessive with it. All right. Now the scripture is going to tell you why you shouldn't be excessive with it. It says, "Judge not thy neighbor by thyself, and be discreet in every point. Eat as it becometh a man, though those things which are set before thee, and devour not, lest thou be hated. Leave off first for manners' sake." All right, manners, discipline is something we should all have. Manners and discipline. You know, if you weren't taught that, unfortunately, growing up, in this truth, you should learn manners and discipline. How to discipline yourself via the brotherhood, which you watching on, you know, YouTube. You know, some brothers, you know, grew up without, you know, adopted, grew up without a mom, grew up without a father. So you didn't grow up having manners. You know, but this truth, you become born again. You got to be a new creature. Learn manners and learn how to conduct when you're among the brotherhood, lest you offend. And the scripture is going to say that. It says, "And be not unsatiable, lest thou offend." What's unsatiable? Meaning unsatisfied. All right, unsatisfied, because guess what? People are looking. Brothers are looking. They watching you. You know, they may not say nothing, But don't be that one dude that go to an event and just see all the food coming out, all the goodies, the meats. You know, because at the end of the day, you know, balance is key, bro. You know, just because it's an event don't mean you gotta be gluttonous. So it says, least thou offend, when thou sittest among many, reach not thy hand out first of all. Meaning, don't be the first to dip in, you know, grabbing your plate. You make a to-go plate. Before, as soon as the shit start, you make a to-go plate. That's just, Jake is bugged out, but it says a very little is sufficient for a man well nurtured. And that's the point I'm getting at. A very little is sufficient. So we don't need to eat as much as society tells us to eat. You know what I'm saying? We really don't. I mentioned in a video before, and brother's been talking about it, but you have a thing called intermittent fasting, which is beautiful. And you have a thing called OMAD, which is 1 meal a day. All right. In the ancient world, we didn't eat the way we did because food was not accessible the way it is now. You ain't just open a freezer and pull out, you know, some frozen meat and thaw it out, cook, you know, go to the store right across the street. No, we ain't do none of that. You know, we had a very satiable diet in the ancient world. All right. To be fat, meaning you were living very wealthy and rich. You know, you read about that one Moabite, I believe it's a Moabite king called Eglon or named Eglon. They tell you how fat he was. You know, he got killed by one of the judges at the time, stabbed him in his belly and his guts. Everything just fell out. But they put emphasis on how he was being, you know, how he was fat and gluttonous. You know, but anyway, very little is sufficient for a man well nurtured. So if you're well nurtured, you don't need much. 1 meal a day, a good amount, you know, with the herbs, the vegetables, the protein, the carbs, the fats. It'll hold you down. You know, right now I'm intermittent fasting right now for the past few months. You know, through the spirit, July, somewhere early July, I was like 235. Right now I'm 202. You know, and that's intermittent fasting, the work I do and you know, exercise here and there. You know, not here and there, but you know, exercise. But it's sufficient for a man well nurtured, and he fetches not his wind short upon his bed. That's why a lot of men be, you know, a lot of people be out of breath. All right, because they eat a lot. You know, their arteries is all clogged up. You know, picture your artery like this. You know, your artery, your vein. I believe your vein sends blood away, and your artery sends blood towards your heart. You know, picture your artery like this. The more fat you got and cholesterol you got up in there, it gets more smaller and smaller and smaller. So that's less oxygen flowing throughout your body. So now you're short-winded. All right. You climb up on your bed to go lay down and you out of breath. You get up, you out of breath. You walk up the stairs, you out of breath. All right. It says sound sleep cometh of moderate eating. All right. Sound sleep, good sleep cometh of moderate eating. You know, sleep is another thing. It says he riseth up early and his mind is with him. You know, you notice when you eat good, you on your health tip for a while or whatever, you wake up feeling good. You wake up feeling great. You're ready to take on the day because you are what you eat. You know, if you eat, you're taking the herbs, you eating right, drinking your water, and you balance. Everything is about balance. If you're balanced, then your mind is going to be with you. But you got to go to work. You eating like shit. You're going to be groggy, man. I mean, I know that's me. I'm going to be groggy as all hell. I don't even want to go to work. It says his wits are with him, but the pain of watching and chola, when you look at the word chola, which I got it right here, it says chola, yellow bow, from old French, bow, anger, from Latin, chorella or cholera. I mean, bilous disease. So like you got a chola is like a disease. All right. It's a disease. And disease simply means not at ease. Okay. So your body is not at ease. You know, it says, but the pain of watching and chola and pangs of the belly are with an unsatiable man. So if you aren't able to be satisfied, if you just got to keep on eating, you know, you're hungry, you know, you got to, your belly's like a bottomless pit. That's when you get sicknesses, man. That's how you get sick. You catch diabetes, cancer, even the food we eat, you get cancer from the shit that we eat, man. And no exercise, you know, no exercise and none of that. So, you know, that's it right there in Sirach 31 and 20. So yeah, another matter of fact, one more verse. I'm sorry, brothers. It says verse 21. And if thou hast been forced to eat, arise, go forth, vomit, and thou shalt have rest. Showing you that excess meat, is no good for you. It's no good for you. Meat every day is not even good for you. Really should take a break from eating meat and just stick to the veggies for a little while. The herbs, the water, the sea moss, like the brother Yaquab from ATL mentioned. You mentioned it, the sea moss. Yeah, but that's the point, my brothers.
Hey, you know what? That was beautiful. You damn near jumped the gun a little bit. We was going to do the
Yeah, I know, bro.
nutritional
My bad, man.
one. So you gave a preview of Abaratazar, what we're gonna go into next week. Abaratazar on nutrition, but we still dealing with the herbs today because we got we got 3-4 of the major herbalist brothers that I ever met on this thing, man. Like, yeah, real herbalists up here. Brother understand about herbs. They even got their own side hustle businesses where y'all brothers can at any time that in the comment board or y'all websites because actually sell the product. You understand? And but I got something before we go into the scripture. I see you got something on the gun, but before we go into that, let me just test this out real quick because I would rather I want to deal with a few of these remedies that for a few things. So this one right here, when you got a headache and you go to Google or Bing, and they tell you, common causes, headache is not always an underlying condition. It may be caused by stress, emotional distress, infections, right? And then they give you where headaches come from and all that. What Akim got on headaches? Like, let's say, for instance, just a pure remedy. Instead of you going to the Tylenol, instead of you going to the Advil, y'all brothers got anything for headaches?
I took one earlier, bro. I had a headache.
Natural.
Because I'm a lot of Israel. You may work behind computer screens all day. I know I do, and sometimes them frequencies will mess with you. So when I get headaches, they're severe. You know what I'm saying? They come, they hurt, and I keep what's called skull cap tincture. It's a herb called skull cap, and it comes in a regular 4-ounce bottle. You can get it at any Whole Foods or anything like that, and it's best. It doesn't taste the best, but usually that's what's the best for you when it doesn't taste the best. And just one full dropper full of that, 15 to 20 minutes later, you're good. As long as you're not doing those strenuous movement and stuff like that, and that skull cap works great. You can even mix in like me and Adon were talking earlier. Tazawan was willow's bark. I believe that's where they get aspirin from. So earlier, what I did was I just took warm water, 2 dropper fulls of the skull cap, and 1 dropper full of the willow's bark. 20 to 25. I mean, I'm still had to work behind the computers. 20 to 25 minutes later, it starts subsiding. But you got to be routine with it. This is something that I do routinely. It'll work. It might take longer if you try to, because it's not a pill. It's not a pill. It's not a quick fix. It's something that your body has to get accustomed to doing as well. Just want to add that in there, because Jake be looking for fixes 3 minutes later. It don't work like that. Sometimes you need to sit your ass down and stop doing so much.
I got one out.
Yeah. Fine. Hey, Gabar, you got one?
Yeah, I'm looking at some right now, but go ahead, bro. I heard a brother say they got some. Go ahead.
Okay. Yaikwa, go ahead.
I'm gonna put it in the chat too.
Yeah, water.
Yeah.
Water is important, man.
That's right, bro.
And, like with hydration, but you got to consider we come from the waters. The scriptures speak about how we come from the waters, and 70 to 80% of our body, especially our brain, our mind, our la'ab, is fashioned with water. So it has to be properly replenished, or it has to be properly fitted with water. For you to function properly, you want to make sure you're hydrated. Because even with these herbs, right, you want to make sure you're hydrated when you're consuming herbs. That way it can adequately get through your bloodstream. Otherwise it's just stagnant. And also the brother mentioned exercise. If you just taking sea moss all day, it's just gonna sit in your kneecap. You want to actually, exercise, get your blood flowing, You know, the Apostle Tahar said, he said, you know, brothers, you know, in their 30s, 20s, they need to be having a 6-pack, 8-pack. You know, you're supposed to be active, man. As men, we're supposed to be active in this thing. We're warriors, you know.
Hey, we on our way. We on our way.
Yeah, good.
We see you, Madagan. We see you.
I got a herb though. I got an herb for headache though as well.
Go for it.
Yeah, so this is from a book called Herbal Tonic Therapies by Dr. V. Mowry, PhD.
Show the screen. You got it on you right now?
Yeah. This is
Go ahead.
This is a must-have right here. Herbal Tonic Therapy by Dr. Mowry. You know, this is one of my favorite books. But
give me a second. Yeah, show that again.
Yeah, right. So, yes, it's called Herbal Tonic Therapies by Dr. Mowry, by Dr. Daniel B. Mowry, PhD, right? All right. So, I'm on page 170 and 170. Well, not 170. I'm on page I'm in the nervous system, the section of the nervous system. And I'm on page 171. And it's going into some science. Now, the herb that is speaking of, that we're dealing with, is a herb called ginkgo biloba. All right. Now, this herb is good for a plethora of things. It's good for your immune system. It's good for memory. It's good for testosterone, libido. It's but it's also good for headaches and migraines. You know, it's excellent for headaches and migraines. Now, you know, it's a free radical inhibitor, which free radical are that's the basis of what cancer comes from. They come from free radicals. So it neutralizes free radicals. But concerning headaches, right? So this is some scientific studies that's been done utilizing the herb. All right, so this is on the nervous system, page 171. Dealing with ginkgo. All right, so it says at the bottom of 171, it says 80%. This is dealing with a scientific study using it. It says 80% success in treating headache and lesser percent success in case of migraine, though still highly significant considering subjects had complained of migraine for a long time and had already received other treatment. Page 171. Page 172. It says the authors conclude that ginkgo should be considered as one of the most effective drugs against migraines. See? One of the most effective drugs. So ginkgo is definitely it's multi-purpose, man. I believe everybody should have ginkgo in their cabinet. But the thing about ginkgo, right? Let me see.
Ginkgo.
If, I can the thing about ginkgo, I don't have it directly. I don't have it pinpointed right now. But I'll tell you, with ginkgo, you want to make sure you're taking it from an extract or a concentrated format, such as a tincture or an extract, because certain herbs, they're not activated like a valerian or like a passion flower. Certain herbs, they need to be in an extract format in order for you to actually have the benefits of them to be realized. You know, that's where the medicinal qualities of the herbs are realized with, and that's really with almost all herbs. Whenever you have a herb in an extract format, such as a tincture, it's a more potent format of the herb. The alkaloids and the flavonoids are they're more active in that format, you know. But yeah, that's my piece on that.
That's your power, brother.
The water.
Yeah.
The water.
To Zion one, you Managan, you already went? You went, right?
Yeah, kind of, yep.
To Zion one, what you got for us?
Gonna just add on to what the elder Monagon was going into, the white willow bark. I got a tincture right here, and this is pretty much, you know, the basics of what you know use for a headache. It's also good for you know, back pain, also arthritis, and things of that sort. So to make a tincture, pretty much what you would do is you would get a jar and some vodka. You get some willow bark, you put it in the jar, and then you add the vodka to it, and you'll seal it up, and you let it sit for like a month. Like I was saying, like pretty much you got to extract the nutrients or the potency out of the herb. So that's what the process does. And so once you come out with the tincture, once it's fully done, then you got a really good, potent medicine that works quick. And I've tried this many times, with a headache or some kind of pain and body, and it works. It works quick. Pretty much for the dosage, I would take. You can take it every day, probably like one vial. But if you got a headache, you can take it 1 to 3 times a day. But pretty much you would take it one time, right? That's all you need, and it'll fix you right up.
How you take it? Like you put it in water, you put it in juice, or straight to the head?
No, you just take it to the head. You can put it in juice, anything like that. I just take it straight to the head. Drink some water behind it.
Yeah, you definitely want to. Yeah, you definitely want to make sure you hydrate it with the tinctures, because the alcohol with the tincture is going to dehydrate you. Mm-hmm. So, in order for it to work properly, you want to make sure you're drinking, water or, some type of liquid, Got it.
Anybody want to add anything else on headache?
Yeah, I got something real quick, bro.
Go.
I'm looking at, I ran up real quick and grabbed a couple of my staples, and this one right here, they say, it cures everything, or it's good for everything. I know y'all bros already know what I might say, but it cures everything but death. That's what they say. But I'm just. There you go. You know what I'm saying? Gotta have this, bro. I know you mentioned the ginkgo. I got that too in the cabinet. But black seed oil, this is the one I caught. It got expensive. Matter of fact, since 2020, I ordered this joint like every few months on Amazon. But since 2020, you know what? The whole scamdemic shit. Yeah. This thing doubled in price damn near, bro. I don't remember how much I used to pay, but now they more pricier. But this is the particular brand that I get. But headaches is definitely one of them.
What's the name of the brand? What's the name?
Amazing Herbs. Amazing Herbs.
Got it.
Says it right there. Amazing Herbs, black seed oil. And I personally take it at night. They say take a teaspoon. And one thing about serving sizes too, like the serving size is based off of like a 2,000 calorie diet. Like that's like the average American, a thin 160-pound American male or whatever. But based on your activity level and what you do, you kind of gotta you may have to up your serving sizes. If you're extremely active or whatever the case may be, you work out a lot, you got a strenuous job inside to go a little over just a teaspoon. I personally do a tablespoon, which I just, I know what a tablespoon when I hit it to the to the lips or whatever. I know what it feel like. But let me just read a couple benefits of black seed oil. It says, black seed oil is known for its powerful medicinal properties. Black seed oil is a natural remedy that people use to treat a wide range condition, including headache. That's the first one on the top of the list. It says back pain, which I've been dealing with back pain since I was like 20-something, 21, 22. And it does help with back pain because a lot of pain that we feel and go through is due to inflammation. And black seed oil, it reduces inflammation. And inflammation is is almost like a sensory type of pain, like if you got a back pain, right? It's all inflamed, inflammatory, whatever. And you do this and you feel, you be like this. That's your body telling you don't do that because now you're going to put yourself in more injury. So inflammation is like a defense type of, thing in a way, but you can reduce it and get rid of the pain as a whole. If you take the right things, the right herbs, drink water, sleep. All right, can't neglect that sleep. I mean, we in hell, we in captivity. Micah 2:10. Matter of fact, I'm gonna bring out a scripture since just real quick, Baba Kasha. We in hell, bro. That's why the scriptures refer to this as the chains of darkness. This shit is dark as all hell. These bodies are dark. It says on Micah 2:10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with the sword of destruction. First and foremost, spiritually, mentally, this place is totally polluted. All right. First and foremost. And then secondly, physically as well. This place, Esau designed this place to destroy us. With that whole working 7 days a week, overtime, F all of that. Excuse my language, man. F all of that, bro. The body needs to rest. The body needs to regenerate. You know what I'm saying? The rat race, that shit's just gonna kill you. It's gonna stress you out. That's why people get headaches. That's why American people suffering from all this shit, because they don't rest, they don't exercise, they don't sleep, and they don't eat right. You know, their eyes are constantly on the LED, which also messes with your nerves, your neurons. You know what I'm saying? It messes with you. You know, so once you learn this and you kind of like balance it out and refrain from it, and then you go to the herbs, of course, with prayers, you know, asking the Lord to heal you and bless you. And then you go to the herbs, then you start to find the balance, and then you start to feel different. You start to realize you don't need the excess shit that we've been programmed to say that we need it, and, you know, whatever. Nah, we don't. So again, it says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction. That goes spiritually as well as physically. So again, headaches, back pain, high blood pressure, infections, and inflammation. All right. What else? They got a few more. It says may reduce acne, could help treat psoriasis, promotes wound healing, may support hair health, could aid treatment of vitiligo, reduces inflammation, which is big. The reason why people get all jacked up and messed up and sick is because of that inflammation in their body. You know, inflammation. It says support weight loss, improve blood sugar control, could reduce symptoms of eczema, can help prevent metabolic syndromes. Yeah, I mean, that's just one article, bro. I mean, I could go on for days, but get yourself some black seed oil, you know, and don't just drink it. Like I believe a brother said already, like, with the sea moss, don't just take sea moss and expect miracles. No, it don't work like that. You know, pray first, of course, and then you got to apply it. You got to apply it, man. Some things ain't gonna work if you don't apply it. You just like, it's like putting gas in your car, but you ain't driving it. We expect this shit to just, you know, we expect, you know, you put gas, you tune it up, you take care of it, and now you feel a smoother ride. Treat your body like a car. That's what it is. That's all it is, a vehicle. Yup.
Your body's not a Tesla.
Your body's not a Tesla. That's right.
I was going to mention also, the brother was speaking of inflammation, which that's big time. Inflammation is the cause of really all diseases.
Yep.
But regarding inflammation, brothers are bringing out certain things you can take to address inflammation, but it's also about what you don't take. You know, it's what you abstain from. Of course, certain meats, excessive meats, can cause inflammation. With us, you know, being acidic, unlawful food. Period. All unlawful food in the Bible is going to cause inflammation. But sugar, white sugar.
Oh yeah.
White sugar is the devil, man. All right, white. I'm telling you, white sugar is wicked. The Lord's not dealing with white sugar. That stuff is a primary reason behind inflammation and death throughout the earth, man. You know, so you definitely want to abstain from that white sugar, man.
That's right. That's right, bro. Beautiful point, man. Because if I may add, you eat veggies, fruits, real natural stuff, it automatically converts into sugar, which is called glucose. So I always ask myself, if you eating fake sugar, artificial sugar, what the hell is that converting into, bro? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, how do you convert some bullshit, you know, artificial sugar? What if your body breaks down everything into glucose, which is the body's natural sugar? Then what the hell is white sugar breaking down into, bro? Poison.
It's poison.
You know, poison, bro. Your body going to overload. Don't know what the hell to do. You know.
That's why.
Tell them what the supplement for white sugar is.
You can take dates. Date sugar. You can use honey. You know, I get farm honey. I don't really touch with the shit you get at the store, but you could get like farm raised bees, honeys, and all that stuff, and dates. I'm sure there's more sugar cane. I mean, if you know any brother Yakwa with Tazaiwam, you know, I don't know, but that's a few that I know of.
Yeah, the Manuka honey.
Yeah, Manuka.
Yeah. What y'all think about agave?
Agave is good. Agave is good.
And then even with like products that
right.
we like the brother said, honey, like is levels to honey. So, you know, to the best of your ability, you want to consider like what type of honey you're dealing with. Even with certain herbs, you really want to get organic herbs. Of course, certain things are defiled to a certain extent, but it's a difference. It's a difference between you getting some vegetables from Walmart and some vegetables from Whole Foods. There is a difference, you know. So to the best of your ability, just try to get the most quality to your you know, to your how about Shemel Shah's whatever he grants you, you know, financially and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Hey.
Yeah.
All right, so the next one, check it out. The next one, you know, they call it malaise. I never heard this word before, but y'all see it says fatigue there. What y'all got for fatigue? It says malaise is not always related to an underlying condition. It may be caused by stress, fear, and inadequate sleep. I already heard y'all brothers talk about sleep.
Yep.
All right. Fear. Hey, this, you know, scripture coming to my mind. The Lord didn't give us the spirit of fear. You know, the righteous are as bold as a lion. There's something about this truth that make you bold. All right. You know, you walk towards what does the scriptures tell you? Walking towards the throne. With basically, yeah, boldly throughout our and so you know that conquers out fear. What's that? Love conquers all fear.
Yep.
I don't want to butcher the scripture, but yeah, and then stress. I would say one thing about stress. I'll just speak on the cause real quick. One thing about stress is scripture tell you cast all your cares upon him. That him is Yahweh Shah. And so when you're dealing with stress, a lot of your stress really come from you trying to bear the burden of all Esau's, you know, devices on your back, man. You know, you grew up in a messed up home, a split house, you know, you still carrying that weight. You ain't let that go yet. You know, you grew up in a neighborhood where, you know, people was, you know, is wild, gunshots every night, this and the third. You ain't cast that care upon the Lord yet. You know, your seeds is living with your baby mother, or you know your family split up. You still walk around with all of that stress, man. 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, things that you ain't through the spirit of the Lord deal with yet. And that's causing a lot of stress backed up on you. You know, so scripture, again, cast all your kids upon the Lord. You know, whatever you ask for, do it without wavering, you know, but you asking for the Lord. Asking, you shall receive. So, you know, you want the courage of faith. You want control of, you know, more control of your spirit. You don't want that stress. The scripture say there's give me no plague like the plague of the mind. You know, so you don't want to deal with, you know, overly stressed out, you know, head down, all of that, you know, through the spirit. You know, that will bring about fatigue. You're always tired now. You know, you convince yourself that you're tired for the most part. But, you know, what y'all brothers got as far as remedies, herbal remedies on dealing with fatigue?
Honestly, bro, you said stress. Hey, like the scriptures say, you just said it. Somebody quoted it about casting your cares upon the Lord. That's the ultimate. I'll be honest, man. That's the ultimate stress reliever right there, bro.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, let me pull up this real quick. The Lord said this in Matthew chapter 11 and 28. It says, "Come unto me, all ye that are late." Excuse me. I'll read it again. "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, I will give you rest." This is Yahweh Shah speaking in the red letter. It says, "Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." And that's a no-brainer, you know, for us in this truth. And that's where it all stems down to anyway. That's the root of our healing. Yahweh Shah is the root of our healing at the end of the day, point blank, period. And ain't nothing could change that. Because you could be, you know, on the tip top of your whole game on the remedies and all that. But if you ain't got the Lord, then you still assed out. You still lost in the source. But we got an advantage knowing the truth. We got the spiritual aspect of healing, and we also got the knowledge of the physical aspect of healing, which is beyond. That's a gift, bro. That's a gift. Even us coming together and doing this lesson is like a little gift, you know, for ourselves and for whoever's watching and whoever's gonna watch. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, this is beautiful, bro. And I always say this, man. Like I learned a lot over the years to not be stressing and shit, because I realized that it is out of our control. it's out of our control. Once you realize that the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, who's only begotten Son, our Lord, controls everything, bro, it relieves a lot of stress right there. That's like the number one remedy right there, just knowing that, you know. And as far as the physical is concerned, there's a scripture that I had. Let me see if I got it real quick. In Sirach 31, one of the main reasons why people will be stressed out. What's that word? Pull it up on the screen again, bro. Fatigue, stress, and all this other stuff. Pull that up real quick, Baba Kasha. Malaise of a sick feeling, fatigue, and general discomfort. That's every American. That's every American person. You know why? Because it says stress right here. It says fear and inadequate sleep. The average American ain't sleeping. They not sleeping, bro. I'm telling you, they not sleeping. They sleep is effed up due to their diet, due to their work, due to one thing that messes up your sleep too is your mind always racing. You ever had like anxiety and like a feeling of you got a big day coming up tomorrow, and you go to bed, you can't sleep at night because you actually dreaming about whatever you may have coming up. That's stress. That's your mind racing or whatever, man. You know. And that's what this society does. And this is Sirach 31:1. It says, watching for riches consumeth the flesh, and the care thereof driveth away sleep. Bro, I know that straight up. You know what I'm saying? Through the spirit, I know that straight up, bros. You know, you may have a job interview tomorrow or the next day. You can't sleep at night, man. You dreaming about that damn job and then you tossing and turning. You know, it takes away your sleep. And the average person, you know, they ain't sleeping because watching for riches consumeth the flesh. They always on, I got to get money. I got to get money. I got to get money. That shit stress you out. And Esau know that. That's why he dangled that paper dollar like that carried in the stick in front of these people. You know, hey, what the Lord say? Give us this day our daily bread.
Yep.
All right. Daily bread. If you got a side business, that's beautiful. But paper chasing ain't the way, man. Yeah. That shit gonna throw you off. It's gonna just mess your mind up, stress you out. So it says, watching for riches consume the flesh, and the care thereof driveth away sleep. Watching care will not let a man slumber, as a sore disease breaketh sleep. All right? As a sore disease breaketh sleep. You're diseased, not at ease, your sleep is all messed up. All right? And stress is a killer. I believe I seen it something called something. I don't remember the stats or where I seen it at, but they said stress killed more people than the C-19 when it was all booming. When the C-19 was the big thing, the boogeyman, there was stats coming out still telling you that stress is the #1 killer. All right? With stress, just because you stress don't mean you're going to drop dead, but stress leads to other things. Yeah. All right? It leads to other things. You know? So it says, the rich have great labor in gathering riches together, and when he resteth, he is filled with his delicates. The poor laboreth in his poor estate, and when he leaveth off, he is still needy. So Jake is always going to be in a position until Yahweh Shem Yahushua come back and deliver us where we in need. The scripture said we shall go to our enemy for the one of all things. You know, so I mean, hey, bro, stress. To be honest, stress is that's something you gotta, you know, kind of fix between yourself, bro. You know, I mean, you could take the remedies and the herbs or whatever, but if you still in the rat race, bro, you know, it ain't gonna do shit, bro. Real talk, it ain't gonna do nothing, man. You can have a remedy. Like I got some shit right here, right? It's called lion's mane. It's ginkgo biloba, energy, memory, immune support, all that good shit. But if you stress the fuck out because of your job, your woman, your kids, your car, bro, this ain't no magic pill. There's no such thing as a magic pill. Ain't no magic pill, bro. Like the magic pill, right, is the scriptures. Real talk is the scriptures. This is what give us real ease, bro. But yeah, this is why you call this a supplement. These are nothing but supplements, all right? It's not the answer, it's a supplement. When you supplement something, it's like you picking up for the lack of something. It's you know, like protein powder. Protein powder is a supplement. It shouldn't be a primary source of protein, but it's a supplement. Your primary source of protein should. I know I'm getting into nutrition, brother. My bad. I know you sound jumping the gun, right?
You need some milk.
Yeah, right. But you know, hey, you get your solid meat or whatever, and then you supplement if you can't get it. You know what I'm saying? So that's all these stuff is supplements, bro, and nothing more, nothing less. So you live a lifestyle, whatever, but you follow it with supplements, which is what we're talking about. Herbs are supplement, you know, is really is not a supplement. It's what we should be relying on first and foremost, you know, tapping back into our natural state. But, you know, bro, I mean, I guess that's my input on stress and fatigue, bro. You know, we all been there, you know.
Hey, that's right. Hey, through the spirit, bro, what you just mentioned about you could take all the herbs you want, but if you ain't right with Yahweh Shemi Shai, man, you gonna fail. That's the big fail. You know,
Yeah.
it's like showing up for school every day but failing every test. You're gonna fail. You gonna replace, you know, you didn't what the Lord said, you strain at a gnat, but you swallow a camel. So don't miss the bigger picture here. The bigger picture is, you know, the one who provided all of these herbs, man. Because you got guys like Dr. Sebi. You got guys like, I don't know, what's another one of these guys, man? Anybody know any of these other guys out here?
Hey, man.
Really, Dr. Sebi.
This is a bunch of underground cats, man. Dr. Sebi was the main one everybody should know.
Yeah. And you know, basically,
Dr. Africa shit.
Yeah, Dr. Africa, right. You know, another one wrote the book. What was that book? Frances Cress Wilson, or one of them women. They got a book like Adam, the Eve, the Garden of different nutrients, and she wrote some book like that. But
how do you live? The nation
it's plenty. Yeah. You know, and so there's all type of schools of thought that involve certain herbs, and there's all type of herbalists out there. There's Jake Street pharmacists, herbalists. There's all type of Jakes out there, but really, it's the thing that once again, how the Lord said, you know, it was given unto them just like it was given unto you, but it didn't profit them because it wasn't mixed with faith. So guess what? These herbs going to profit because they mix with faith. You understand why you taking it, and if you pushing this way, you doing what you're supposed to do as a believer. Guess what? The Lord is going to cause these herbs to benefit you. You're not going to be eating the things that, like the brother said, one thing is supplements, but the other thing is diet, which, you know, Lord willing, I'll brought this up, we get into another time about diet, because it's like a whole another show about what you're supposed to eat and how you know, like basic, with your basic caloric intakes, and you know what I'm saying, caloric intakes, and then the icing on the cake would be exercise, you know, and that's the one that's going to get the least amount of views because that causes the most pain. You know, really, you know, Israel is like a glutton, you know, is a glutton spirit. So, you know, Israel want to eat. They'll tune in for the eat, what to eat, but they won't tune in for like the little bit of exercise. And it ain't to glorify or over glorify bodybuilders and, you know, all these guys, you know, because there's the aesthetics, that whole model, you know, aesthetics thing. The Greeks really took that and ran with it. You know, that's where the gymnos and working out naked and all of that Mr. Olympia came from. You know, but we talking about a basic, you could do cardio. You could do 30 minutes of cardio. And a lot of these things is beneficial for your health just as much as taking supplements is. You know, but I think
big time,
bro. And then when you put it all together, you know what I'm saying? You got the diet, you got the exercise, you got the nutrition, supplements, and then you push. Most importantly, you praise the name of Yahweh Shemi Ashah and push in doing your work in your service, man. You ain't gonna be worried about fatigue, man. You're gonna know exactly what you gotta do, and you're gonna nail it every time. You know, sometimes it's as simple as going to bed earlier. You know, sometimes you know, it's as simple. You're looking for the herbs, but it could be as simple as going to sleep earlier. And like the brother said, getting all of the stress out. Some things you ain't dealt with for 15 years, and you think you're gonna be able to go to sleep. Something been on your mind for the last 15 years. You gotta get rid of that. You know, that dross, man. But hey, Tazai one, what you got for us for fatigue?
Fatigue. I mean, I got a precept I want to pull out real quick. Yeah, this is St. John 14:27 is going back into that stress because ultimately when you come to this truth, you learn to put off the world and the chaos that come with it. So, you know, once you receive this comfort, the Holy Spirit, all right, verse 27, it says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you, not as the world give unto you, but let not your heart be troubled, and neither let it be afraid." And that's the Holy Spirit, which causes you to be stress-free. You know, because ultimately, you know, this truth is far, you know, surpass this current present time that we're in. And so once you elevate your mind to the heavenly mind state, then, you know, the things of this world don't matter. That's why you release all that negative stress that you were dealing with back in the world. You know? So this truth is ultimate ornament, ultimate you know, healing ornament, you know. Without this, then, you know, you pretty much fucked.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what Yahweh Shah said. Is that Matthew, the 8th chapter, and the 32nd verse? He says, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. It's going to make you free. All right. So when you have this truth, it gives us it's comfort. That's why the scripture says, wherefore comfort one another with these words. All right. This truth is the true balm of Gilead. It's the true herb. You know, this truth, this word. It's what brings us to healing. It's what brings us to reconciliation. You know, but I had some precepts, and I did have some. Brother, were you finished?
Yeah, it's all you.
Okay, Con. Yeah, so I got some precepts, and I do got some information on herbs, stress and fatigue. I wanted to start off with Sirach, the 30th chapter, and the 15th verse. It says, "Health and good estate of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth." So you being healthy, physically being healthy, all right, which coincides to you being mentally healthy, which coincides to you being spiritually healthy. When you are sick, your spirit, your tenacity for the spirit is not the same, man. All right, your mind, your thought process is compromised when you have when you're sick, when you're not up to par with your health, when you have toxins in your body, right? That stuff causes demons. That's why people are bugged out today. You know, of course, it's the curses is deeper than that, but a large part of our people's their mind frame, their ideology, even with the jump shot. What happened to you brothers know in New York? What happened to the gentleman from IUIC after he took it? He said his faith was gone because his health had been compromised. His spirit had been compromised by incorporating them toxins in his body, man, by putting that in his bloodstream. Remember, the scripture says the life is in the blood. All right. So whatever the quality of your blood determines the quality of your life. It determines the quality of your thoughts, man. All right. I'm gonna continue on. It says it says now for balance sake, like the brother Amawan was going into riches profit not in the day of wrath. So you can have these riches of health. This health, having good health, taking the herbs, you know, this and that, that's riches. That is actual tangible wealth. But it doesn't profit in the day of wrath if you are not right with Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man, Bashem Kakodash. All right. That has to be understood. This is our standard, and what we teach first and foremost is Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and everything else it fits in where it comes. You know, I'm gonna continue. Verse 16. It says, "There is no riches above a sound body." A sound meaning a complete, a whole, a perfect body. All right. Yahushua said, "What? Be ye perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect." It says, "And no joy above the joy of the heart." Right. So that last word, that last term, heart, is important because your heart coincides with your stress level. That's why when people get stressed, what happened? They get a what? A heart attack, right? So I want to talk about the herb ginseng. All right. Now, this is also from Herbal Tonic Therapies by Dr. Mowry. This is page 47 in the section of the immune system dealing with ginseng. All right. Panax ginseng. All right. And the most quality, most potent ginseng that you can deal with is a Chinese or Korean ginseng. But of course, you got the American, you got the Siberian. But I want to touch up on ginseng in the regard for what was the word that you said? Fatigue and stress, right? So let's see here. Just had it. Right. So this is page right. So this is page 47. I'm gonna start at the bottom of 47. It's gonna go into 48. All right. It says ginseng either thins the blood or increase its clotting ability depending on circumstances. So basically, it's a tonic. It's a balance, or a tonic, which the term tonic means to bring forth balance. All right. So what ginseng does, whatever you need, if it's too less of something, what it's gonna add. If it's too much of something, what it's gonna take away. All right, that's what it's saying. So it says DNA. It says DNA, protein, and lipid synthesis are all stimulated when cellular feedback mechanisms signal a state of deficiency. All right, so so if something is deficient, when you incorporate the ginseng, is going to stimulate it to put it in a proper equilibrium. It says studies from around the world show that ginseng strengthens the heart, and that directly coincides with stress levels. Having a strong heart, man. The Lord is heavy on the heart, man. When you read about the scriptures, of course, it's symbolic for the mind as well, certain times. But the organ of the heart is very important, man. That's what pumps the blood. Remember, the life is in the blood. It says strengthens the heart, stimulates recovery from surgery and debilitating infectious disease, and otherwise helps people to overcome the effects of physiological stress. Right? So ginseng helps people overcome stress. It can help you overcome stress, man. Ginseng is argued to be one of the most powerful herbs on the earth. You know, a lot of people will argue that ginseng is one of the most powerful and efficient and prolific herbs on the earth, along with licorice root. Licorice root is also extremely good. Matter of fact, in this book, it says that licorice root is noted to be, or at least according to this book, to be the top 3 herbs on the earth. You know. So anyway, yeah, that's in regarding of stress, fatigue, ginseng. You know.
What type of ginseng you suggest, bro?
I suggest Panax ginseng or Korean. You'll see it labeled as Korean ginseng, Chinese ginseng, which essentially is the same thing. You know, it's Moab ginseng if you can receive it. That ginseng that comes from that landmass is the most potent ginseng. You know, but whatever, if you can get your hands on some American ginseng, do your thing. If you can get your hands on Siberian ginseng, do your thing. And this is how you know ginseng is so powerful. Esau don't even allow you to grow it. Like ginseng is it's illegal to grow ginseng in America.
Damn.
Why is that? You know, because this man is a goddamn devil, man, and he doesn't want you to be healed. He wants to exterminate and kill you, and so he wants to take away that which is going to add bring forth health. You know. You got
if I may add, bro, Yagua, man, you know, I'm Benjamin, so Benjamin know about all that shit, man. Right now, we know ginseng as being an aphrodisiac. You know what I'm saying? You know that's part of it too, bro. Huh?
Absolutely. I said absolutely.
Absolutely, bro. That's the main reason why Benjamin take that ginseng, man. See, Benjamin don't give a shit about. Benjamin don't give a shit about health, bro. As long as their aphrodisiac skills is on point.
That's the same thing with the moss, though.
Yeah.
You hear Benjamin, help you ride. Do this,
Yup.
Like
but yeah, con.
Hey, you know what? The whole time, brothers, I'm glad y'all said it before I did, because we always think about stress and stress. I was saying, there's one thing I can think of that take care of that stress.
Oh yeah,
sex.
At least take care of that fatigue. Yeah, because sometimes you need to go to sleep, and ain't nothing like. But let me get into this scripture right here, that the brother put out that kind of summarize what we was basically saying. Man, this is a good scripture right here. Wisdom of Solomon 16:12. For it was neither herb nor mollifying plaster that restored them to health.
Beautiful.
But thy word, O Lord, which healeth all things, man. Call Lord you me out about you, that we understand it now. You know, and that's basically what brothers is trying to say the whole time, man. We trying to share with you the herbs, which these are things that supplement the diet of which is understanding his word and returning back to the Lord. That's the real restoration right there. You can't get it without Yahweh Shemi Awashai. You can't get it. Y'all brothers want to say anything on that?
Nah, it's beautiful, bro.
Okay.
The scriptures nailed it.
It
did. Once again, the scriptures nailed it. Con. Hey, I got one more that I say is pretty important to just go right into it. Another one of these ailments, that Jake suffered through. You know, and that's body pain, right? I was gonna put in neck pain, I was gonna put in back pain, but body pain pretty much covers it. It says aches throughout the body. Common causes, the body is not always related to an underlying condition. You know, everybody at 30 and up, everybody 27 and up. You know, if you in your 27, mid-20s, you probably ain't really worried about it. But once you get to like 30 in this society, 30, once you get to 35, getting up is like that's a whole event. Sitting down be a whole event. But I say body pain is not always related to an underlying condition. It may be caused by sitting or sleeping in a bad posture. Man, I didn't even try to do research on best posture to sleep in, man. Some will say you sleep on your right side instead of your left. Some will say sleep in a fetal position. All right, don't lie in your stomach. If you're gonna lie on your back, prop up your legs under a pillow. There's all type of ways and postures. There's something called bad posture in sleeping. But even sitting, you know, you could sit basically, and I'll say this about I'll say this about posture in general. There's nothing that I've seen that helps for posture better than exercise, like weighted exercise.
Yep.
I mean,
especially core
brother,
exercises,
you know,
bro. Especially
you
core
exercise.
You want to get, real quick. Yeah, if you want to get your posture right, hit the core exercises. The core is not just your abs, it's the whole surrounding area. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, it's like the inner muscles, so to speak. It ain't what you see, but it's like the inner muscles. You know what I'm saying? Brothers know, you know, planks. You do pull-ups with your L sit raises, whatever. But anything that engage your core is good for posture. You remember, bro, Rapal, we used to be up in Richie's and all that, bro. You know what I'm saying? That we used to end our workouts on like posture, like what's the other joint called? Back extensions. Is it back extensions?
Woo, beautiful ones.
That's what it is, right? Back extension where you like it's like a reverse ab workout.
Yeah, it's no weights.
That raise your posture, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, you got bicycle kicks where you lay on the flat on your back and you're doing lifting your legs up, doing bicycle kicks. You got certain type of lunges you could do. Lunges is good for that. You know, lower back exercises. Yeah, squats. Oh man, deadlifts. All of that that hits your back and back muscles, especially your back muscles, because a lot of time when you're slouching, when you bad posture, a lot of times your elbows sink inward. I mean, your shoulders is sinking in, like your chest is sinking in, and then people walk around like that, and you always hunched over your head. But when you do the right exercises, like the strength of your back pulls your shoulders back, it pulls your chest out. And your chest literally supposed to be kind of sticking out instead of sticking in. And so as you walk, it's better. And then when you get the back, like what you call that, right above your glutes is basically is what is that called right there?
It's that those like scapula.
Not traps either.
The muscle you're talking about.
Yeah, the muscle in your back, right above.
That's your lower lats. It would probably be your lower lats.
Yeah, lats. Yeah, when you take care of your lats and all of that. Yeah, that help for posture and everything like that. And posture deal with confidence. Exercise deal with confidence a lot. Is a confidence booster for real. But then it gives you that energy too. That's why it's worth talking about energy. That's why exercise. That's why Paul included that bodily exercise. Profit of little. Guess what? Yeah. If I gave you a dime every day, that's gonna add up. If you give somebody a dime every day for the rest of their life, you know. So it's that little, but that 1% adds up, man. And then it says excessive exercise. Common causes of back pain. Yeah, you got people that stay in the gym. Look, you got to have a regimen, man. Treat everything with moderation. The scriptures say when you learn moderation, you know, you learn how to moderate basically a little bit here and a little bit there, but a healthy balance. You ain't got to go all of it, be no gym rat. You ain't talking about being a gym rat, right? Yeah. It says rapid twisting of the body and all that. This is on body pain. But some of the treatments I want to get into, what they say, have a balanced diet. We talked about that. Exercise regularly. We talk about that. Perform physical activities such as swim and walk, and maintain a good posture, maintain healthy weight, ice, adequate rest, over-the-counter pain relievers. But instead, what kind of remedies y'all brothers got for the body pain, back pain, head, neck pain, all of that pain?
Hey, cold showers, bro. Cold showers, man. Yeah. That's a bitch right there. But cold showers, it was 1 year I was doing cold showers, bro. That's why you got a lot of athletes. they take ice baths. All right, ice bath is good for it's good for the body, you know, in the sense of it even engages the core. You know, I forget the ins and outs of it, but I know when I did my extensive research on cold showers, it was good for testosterone, posture, immunity. It also builds immunity when you take cold showers. Damn. Matter of fact, brother, I could look it up real quick. Huh?
Cold shower is good for focus.
Yeah.
And it's just good for like, let's say, like, I would say courage, but it helps you deal with anxiety because when you walk in, when you, by the way, just a little side note, if y'all doing cold showers, don't be on some, just my personal, I speak as a man, don't be on some like, and then you know how you jump in like you know, you tense up and jump in. You gotta learn how. Yeah, don't brace for impact. Instead, learn how to just we spoke about this a while back. Learn how to like breathe into it. You know what I'm saying? Just learn how to take on something like that, cold showers, because it's a painful experience at first. It's like anxiety all built up, and you want to like tense up. But when you learn how to just walk into there, like you walk into a warm shower, you don't think nothing of it. You just go in there. But when you tell yourself, all right, it's about to be an event. You know, you could coach yourself through a lot of different painful situations. You could just coach yourself. All right, I'm about to do this. I'm about to walk into here. And you just calm yourself down, and then you deal with it instead of just being all training your body to like embrace for impact and have stress on it. You know, you know, you want to start to exercise a little more wisdom. Wherever situation you go into, you know, you might be in a car accident, heaven forbid, you might be in a car accident, you got to kind of walk yourself, like you might freak out. We all seen it before, shots go off, or, you know, heaven forbid you in a serious situation. We know the time of Jacob's trouble coming, but you know, what does the scripture say? You know, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that time. You need your mind to be stable, and in certain situations, you can kind of like test yourself out and these little trials, because nobody want to take a cold shower. That's exactly. More importantly, nobody want to do it. It's not you know, nobody in your family ever recommended it to you. And as soon as you actually put that shower, it don't hit you until you actually turn that knob all the way to cold. Then you're like, yo, I'm really about to do this.
Yeah. Hey, bro, you know? It's a mental thing. It's a mental thing because that's what I think about when I do it. When I did it. I haven't done it in a while. Actually, I attempted doing it the other day, but I bitched up on this shit because I wasn't ready for it though. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna work my way back into it.
Oh, it's been at least
that's how I think though, bro. I'm like, yo, if you can't handle the shit that's about to pop off in society, if you can't handle a fucking cold shower, how the fuck you gonna handle that? I mean, I'm being carnal about it,
brother.
You know that's a carnal way about it,
bro. Yeah.
No, that's a carnal way of thinking about it, but. Yeah, that really ain't got nothing to do with it. The Lord's gonna prepare our mind for what's about to come. But that's just my mentality and my discipline when it came to taking cold showers. That got nothing to do with it. Like when all hell break loose, Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge gonna be stability at time. That's good. Once you locked in the spirit, that's fine. But that was my approach on taking cold showers, bro. Because I did it for a while, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I used to be like, man, if you can't handle a guillotine, if you can't handle a cold shower, how the fuck you handle a guillotine? You know. Hyping myself up, whatever. But then next thing you know, you under there, and like you said, the breathing is important. You just gotta in with your nostrils and exhale with your mouth. You know what I'm saying? And just take it all in, and you gotta turn all the way around. Now, real quick, let me just get the benefits real quick, right? Since we're talking about it, it says cold showers can help reduce inflammation, and we talked about inflammation earlier, bro. You know what I'm saying? Inflammation, which damn near is the cause of most, if not all, diseases. You know, matter of fact, that's why a lot of athletes take cold ice baths after intense workouts to reduce that inflammation in their body. It says relieve pain, improve circulation. Circulation is important. Now you got to work your way into this type of shit. You can't just be 5-burger, 6-burger McDonald's eating ass nigga. And then go and take an ice bath and think that you're going to somehow be Captain America. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. You got to work your way into this shit. It's a process. It says improve circulation, lower stress. Hey, we talked about stress earlier, didn't we? Yeah. We talked about the stress, you know, because now you got to cope with that ice bath. You got to cope with that cold shower. So now you ain't thinking about whatever the hell you're stressing about. Now you on some... woosah. You know what I'm saying? Now you just on some, trying to relieve yourself. It says, and reduce muscle sorenesses and fatigue. Hey, you brought up all of them topics, Rapa. Fatigue, stress, muscle pain, inflammation. It says hot showers, meanwhile, can improve cardiovascular health, soothe stiff joints, and improve sleep. Which I think opposite. I believe, in my personal opinion, that cold showers actually help with your sleep better, because when you go into sleep mode, your body temperature got to be reduced. That's why it's harder to sleep when it's hot. You know what I'm saying? When you're in a hot climate, it's hard as hell to sleep. I can't sleep in no hot climate. You got your body temperature got to low down. You got to shut down. But yeah, that's pretty much the skinny on cold showers, bro.
Some effects. It's some health benefits to all of these things, Otherwise, brothers wouldn't be bringing them out. These are things that brothers have done. Hey, I think you was the one that pointed out cold showers with me, and I started doing that, brother. Hey, I'm gonna say this too. The brotherhood is beautiful because we challenge each other. I just happen to be a dick that like a good challenge, man. I'll be looking for I played basketball when I was young, so I'll be looking for competition in the strangest areas, man. I could be online competing, waiting for my stamps at the I just competing with something like, friendly competition and everything. But, that's how Jake is. You think we wasn't competing in the ancient world? It's just normal Jake thing. We're going to be competing somehow, some way in the kingdom. Somehow, some way, we're going to be trying to fly cherries faster and do all of the spins and all of that. So, hey, to Zion, what you got for that?
Yeah, to add on to that point that was made about the going to the pain, with the inflammation and all that, which causes pain throughout the body. And one thing that you can take for that is turmeric. All right, you can take some turmeric. So I got something right here. And one of the main properties in turmeric is
show that again. Show that again, Babakasha.
Yeah, God. I try to take that every day.
How much it costs? Where you get it from?
I forgot how much it costs, but you can get it off Etsy, or you can find it on Amazon or something like that.
Yeah, turmeric cheap.
Yeah, it's not up there.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, that's some good stuff. It helps your heart, your blood flow. It helps with arthritis, pain such as that, and it's a good inflammation and for anti-inflammatory and antioxidant, in which we know that oxidation in the body pretty much creates diseases such as cancer and things of that sort. So that right there pretty much keeps free radicals, unbalanced atoms in your body from going around and messing with your cells. And if they destroy your cells, and of course your immune system is gonna go down, and through that, you develop sicknesses and all of that. So going back into the pain point, that's a good thing to take because it releases inflammation.
How you taking it? You cooking it with it, or you just put it in?
I put it in my shake. I put it into my shake. You can put it into like a tea or something like that, but I put it into my shake every day, and I try to take like a teaspoon a day.
Yeah. I was gonna add on to the brother emphasis on turmeric. So with turmeric is probably one of the best herbs you can take for inflammation. But the active medicinal constituent in turmeric that makes it be that, that makes it anti-inflammatory, that makes it good for the immune system, is something called curcumin. Okay. Now, in order to activate curcumin on a medicinal scale, this turmeric is heavy in the culinary as well. Like in a lot of cultures, especially Elam, they cook with turmeric. But from a medicinal perspective for turmeric, you have to activate the curcumin so it can properly absorb into the bloodstream. And you do that by combining turmeric with herbs such as black pepper. So when you combine turmeric with black pepper, it activates curcumin. Combining turmeric with cayenne pepper. These are just two herbs that you can use to combine with turmeric to activate the curcumin, which is going to allow it to be able to, be absorbed in your bloodstream for the inflammation, arthritis and whatever you're taking it for,
So, man, I'm telling you, the water again, y'all brothers, man, coming through, doing this, and Tazayawan, that brother he's pretty much a You know, he got his own apothecary, you know, situation. You could put that in the put that in the chat. What is it called? The chat message group message thing. The brother got basically he got herbs. Him and his Eve do a business together. Brother Yaiqua, and I've had some of the Taiwan stuff as well. It's all put together.
I had some. I got some of this stuff too.
Oh, okay. So y'all already knew about each other. Con. And then of course Yaiqua, this brother hit me off with some. What was that again?
That's a sea moss.
Sea moss, yeah. And the sea moss, how you take it? You bet. What's some of the benefits of sea moss again?
Man, sea moss is celestial, bro. You know what I'm saying? Sea moss is God, like. It's considered now. When I say that, that's actually literally speaking, because what the heavens is what Shemayim pertaining to the waters. Where the sea moss comes from? It comes from the lower waters. It comes from the deep. It comes, and that's why it's so powerful, because the environment that it's in. See, Esau. The thing about the waters and like the ocean, Esau really. I mean, he can contaminate it, but it's way deeper. It's way too. It's the ocean. The ocean is vast, man. The ocean is extremely vast, you know. And so like for instance, the soil is highly depleted because of how this nigga, of course, run the land. But with the ocean is actually more nutritious than the soil, than the land. That's even if we were, if they were on even 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, the ocean is still going to be more nutritious than the land. It's going to be more dense with minerals. So that's the thing about sea moss. The first thing you want to make sure, if you're consuming sea moss, make sure you're consuming wild-crafted sea moss. You understand? Make sure it's wild-crafted. You don't want the farm raised. You don't want the pool raised. Now, indicator, because you're going to get the minerals from it being in the ocean, right? So an indicator, if you got wild-crafted sea moss, or may I say fraudulent sea moss, is going to be real salty. You understand? It's going to be real. It's going to have a lot of salt on it. It's going to be how do you say? It's going to be very finesse. It's going to be like wild-crafted sea moss, especially like the gold sea moss, the cottonade sea moss, is going to be more stiff. But you got the Cundish crispus that might not be as stiff. But anyway, with the wild-crafted sea moss, it has between 92 and 100 of the body's 102 minerals. You see, between 92 and 100. Matter of fact, hey, yo, hand me some sea moss real quick. I'm gonna give an illustration, right? So it has between 92 and 100 of the body's 102 minerals. That includes, and what is your body made of? It's made of minerals, so you need to replenish it. That includes iodine. That includes zinc. That includes magnesium. That includes the different fibers that your body needs. That includes, supplements that you need, or minerals that you need for brain development, for immune support, for energy, for testosterone. All of that coincides with the minerals. The minerals that's in your body, whether they be depleted or or not. But I'm gonna give you an imagery. I'm gonna give you an illustration of some sea moss real quick, so you can just see how it looks. That's to be honest, sea moss. That's like that's my go-to. That's one of my favorite herbs on this earth, man. I've been dealing with sea moss for the last 4 or 5 years now, heavy. And it's done a lot for me in my life. Give me the big boy. Yeah. So I'm gonna show you, right? So you see this, and this is some stuff I used to have. I just used to put this up in my shop for art. But so all this is sea moss. So when people say sea moss is deeper than just sea moss. You got different species of sea moss. You got different colorations. You see. Now, all this is wild-crafted, and you see all these sea moss are stacked up on top of each other, right? But where's the salt? You don't see any salt at the bottom. That's because it's wild-crafted. Now, if it was farm-raised, the salt would be up to here. You see? So, for instance, this is some Cundish crispus from Jamaica. Shout out to my brother, Shia. definitely keep me plugged in with the Cunner's Christmas from Jamaica. You got the gold. You know, you got some green moss. These is from St. Lucia. This is some Irish moss from Ireland, from the North Atlantic, and some multicolor. So this is an illustration of wildcrafted sea moss. That's how it look. You see, there's some gold cotton eye. Understand? So yeah, that's a little bit on the moss. You brothers got it.
That's beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, that's beautiful because the typical sea moss you could get is the one you mentioned is the bullshit sea moss.
The bullshit, yeah.
The bleach one with the salt, mad salt. Like you gotta wash it 7 times.
Yeah.
You know, soak it 30 times and then boil it or whatever, however you want to do it.
Exactly. And that's another indicator. When you soak it, like for instance, this sea moss right here, when you soak it, it's supposed to expand tremendously. So like when this right here will turn into this.
Yeah.
That's how it's going to turn into. But a lot of times with the farm raised sea moss, when you soak it, it don't really expand. It just stays stagnant. And when you soak, like for instance, with wildcrafted, if you soak it, say for instance, for 24 hours, if you do this after you soak it and you try to break it with your finger, it should be tough. It should be firm. It shouldn't just break easily. But if it's like farm raised or pool raised, when you soak it, when you do like this and you touch it, it's gonna break off easy. It's gonna like melt. That's before you even boil it. So that's how you know that's fugazi. That's not good sea moss. You know, it's just little indicators you can tell to make sure you got the real deal.
That's good information, bro. Because like I said, the sea moss business blew up, especially during pandemic. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people started doing their little side hustles, and I'm sure they swindling them that clear, tan looking bleached sea moss. You know what I'm talking about?
It's
the
cut,
typical one you can find at any spot.
It's cut, yeah. Ain't it?
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's all cut up and shit.
Yeah. To be honest, that's how I make my living, off of moss.
Yeah, well, I'm holler at you after the stream is done, bro. Lord as well.
Yeah, good.
You know?
Oh, so all right, so yeah, these brothers ain't want to do it, you know what I'm saying? So I had to do it for them, man. All right, these brothers are some humble brothers. They ain't gonna try to go this far, but not you know. So this the brother here. All right, this the brother Yaquab store. These brothers got their stores, man. You know what I'm saying? Israel, you know we don't always do this, man. You know, especially we don't do this, but you know it's all right. We just taking a leap of faith on this one. So this the brother Yaquab channel right here with the sea moss. I mean his site. You know what I'm saying? And then it's the brother to Zaiwan. You know, you go to his Etsy site. He got plenty of stuff there, like, you know. So, you know, just throwing that out there. What you supporting brothers, of course. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Cause I'm definitely going to the brothers. I mean, you know, especially this brother. I ain't never heard that about the sea moss, Zach. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I ain't never heard that about the sea moss, man. I bought some sea moss in a pill form the other day, man. I feel like throwing it out right now, man.
Yeah, because the
thing about probably whack, bro. That's probably whack.
Yeah, now I'm tight right now. I got bamboozled.
The thing about the sea moss when it's in the pill form, one, unless you know these people the real deal, you don't know what it is. Like you don't know the quality of it. Like this, you can see what it is. You understand? But like with when it's in the pill form, they dehydrate it. And that depletes the nutritional potency of it. So it's like compared to gel, it's like 40% less potent. You see? So the capsules, they cool if you're on the go, if you're doing the dash, but like more so the gel, that's where it's at. The sea moss gel, that's what you want to take. You know, wildcrafted sea moss gel. You know.
Somebody asked if y'all ship to the UK.
Yeah, bro. I know with the whole wave and the trend with the whole sea moss boom and generation.
Yeah.
Cause I grew, you know, Benjamin been on the sea moss for a minute too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I grew up, my pops used to do the sea moss years ago. So I used to drink it growing up. But we don't drink it like how, or take it like how people do it with 1 tablespoon. My pops used to do like bottles and sell them to my pops Benjamin, you know, that Rasta business or whatever. So them Rastas and Benjamin used to drink sea moss by the
you like mix it with like
by the ounce, by the 8 ounce, 16 ounces and all that. You know,
do, like mix it with like the almond milk and like
just to mix it.
sour,
yeah, you should make a punch, like we call it peanut punch. You know what I'm saying? Used to mix with peanuts and all that. You know, like I said, Benjamin with the aphrodisiacs, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Benji on it, man. yeah. You know.
Listen, that's
I got a preset, bro. If you know, but shot.
I was gonna say,
I was holding this down. I don't know if anybody brought this out, huh?
Yeah, one time I was gonna say, brother, that's one of the other blessings of the 12 tribes, not just one tribe, 2 tribes, 3, but it's 12 tribes, man. And you know, Benjamin got something on them herbs, man. I ain't never seen it like this with, you know, growing up with Judah. I know Judah got some stuff, but really down south, Judah got more understanding of it, because up north, Judah don't really got no understanding on herbs and stuff, man. I ain't heard about no ginseng, no sour, what's the other one, sour peanut punch and all of that. That's all. A lot of that is Benjamin. So up north, Benjamin got it, and you know, from the islands they got it, you know. But when you come down south to Judah, then Judah got it. But as you go, maybe I'm sure you go to Mexico and you start dealing with Issachar and the northern tribes and Gad. We know Gad got some remedies and stuff. So, you know, the tribes, man, that's where it's at. Go ahead, brother. Slaki.
No. Beautiful point, bro. It's all good. There's since you want to talk about Benjamin, there's another herb. It's a root. It's actually a bark or root. It's a bark. It's called capadula. I don't know if brothers ever heard about that one.
I heard of it.
You heard about capadula? Capadula is another bad one, bro.
Yeah.
You know, I get that scent from Guyana. You know what I'm saying? It's look it up. Somebody reply. I guess you could type it in. I don't know.
How you spell it?
Capadula. For brothers, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Brothers, you know, you brothers out there, you know, Isaiah 4:1 is coming, so get you some capadula.
Exactly. One of them.
You know what I'm saying? It's all C-A-P.
That mandarin, brother.
Yeah. It's the male mandarin. C-A-P-P-A-D-U-L-A. Something like that. If you type it in Google, there you go. Yeah, there you go. That's it right there. Yup. It says, what is it? Capadula. It's a tonic, like the brother mentioned tonic earlier.
I would look.
It's a bark. It looked like a branch. It looked like a tree branch that was cut off or something. You know what I'm saying? It's like a bark or like a root. It looked like a tree branch that was cut off or something.
I gotta get some of that.
Yeah. You know, when you boil it, you know, it's brown. It is good. You know, it's bitter. It's some semi-bitter. Nah, it don't look like that. It don't look like that on top. Let me see. Scroll down a little bit. It's Jamaican capadula. It look more like that right there in the middle. You know?
I know another herb that y'all use on that Benjamin uses valerian root.
Valerian.
Valerian.
Yeah, valerian. Yeah. Yup. My pops put me on game on that one too. Valerian.
Good for parasites. Insomnia. It helps you. It's really good it's a really good sleep aid. Animates dreams.
Vivid dreams.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, I was throwing that out there. Jamaican capadula. That's a good one for brothers too. Because at the end of the day, too, look at it like this, bro. The shit we eat in society is all depleted. No nutrients, bro. For one, Esau don't honor the land Sabbath.
Right.
So by default, the things that comes from the earth is depleted of nutrients. Point blank, period, man. There's no way around that. Esau's a greedy ass bastard. So that's why, you know, like here in Babylon, whatever we get here in Babylon is trash, is garbage. You know, no nutrients, whatever. So when you take supplements, which is an external form of intake of things that your body need, you know, that's all it is. It's a supplement. You're supplying what you're not getting. That's why we, you know, brothers, you know, it's a wise thing to look to the herbs and look to the, you know, the certain things that brothers, the sea moss and the many other things that came out tonight in this lesson. Go to those things because we're not getting it in our food. So now you gotta, you know, our food is compromised, man. You know, like what was the saying? Eat to live, don't live to eat.
Yeah.
Right? Eat to live, don't live to eat. So don't live to eat, meaning you don't wake up every morning just thinking about what your next meal gonna be. Right. But you wake up and you take a next meal to go on, to move on to the next day. So you take in a supplement, even you women, there's certain things you could take too. Another one that's good too, brothers. I know y'all know about this. Maca root.
Oh yeah,
black maca, yellow maca, red maca.
Black
black maca is real good for the men.
Yeah.
Which is good for hormonal balance.
Mm-hmm.
Women you having messed up monthly cycles, take maca, take yellow maca or red maca or pink maca. It's either red or pink. Black maca is the potent one. That's the good one. So brothers, you could take that. Put in your tea, make boil some hot water, throw some maca up in there, and just drink it like that. Throw it in your black coffee, throw it in your protein shake, throw it in your shake, your smoothie, or whatever. But maca is good. It's good for your hormonal balance, which Esau purposely mess up our hormones because why? When you read about in Exodus, when the new Pharaoh rose up, that knew not Joseph, what did it say? That they had to put that pressure on Israel because they were multiplying.
Mm-hmm.
One of our blessings is being fruitful and multiplying. So what Esau is doing is trying to stop our blessing, trying to F up our hormones. Is throwing you females, your women, you sisters, is throwing your hormones off. And brothers, it got men out there all messed up and docile, man. Your nut's supposed to be strong, man. I'm gonna say it like it is, bro. Your nut's supposed to be powerful and potent. All right, that's what make us men. Your semen.
That's your spirit, yeah.
Hey, brother, you mentioned the sea moss. Hey, we come from the sea, right? Exactly. From the earth. We came out of we come out of the waters, right?
We come from the waters, right?
We come out of the waters. So your water got to be strong, bro. Your water got to be potent. Every time you bust one, man, that shit better be flowing like a damn fire hydrant. But anyway, man, not to be all explicit and shit. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 38, and I start at 9. It says, "My son, in thy sickness be not negligent, but pray unto the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, and he will make thee whole." I'm not sure if a brother brought that up, but when you sick, pray to the Heavenly Father first and foremost, and then you got videos like this that the Lord will guide you to be enlightened and acknowledge what was being said. And then, okay, the brothers brought out this, the brothers brought out that herb, maca, sea moss, black seed oil, ginkgo biloba, whatever the case may be, and now you take it with faith, and the Lord will heal you on that, man. That's what a real physician is for. That's what a real physician does. The Most High sets them up. You got a problem or issue, you pray to the Lord, you go to that man. That's why the scripture say you honor the physician, because the Lord set him up, man. Fuck Esau, bro. We don't got to go to Esau for nothing, bro.
Right.
I mean, I honestly don't remember last time I went for Esau for shit. I think since I came to the truth back in 08, I haven't been to the damn doctor. Fuck I'm going to the doctor for. Unless I got a big ass gash on my head that needs stitches, I'm not going to the doctor. You self-diagnose yourself. That's why we got this, the internet. You know what I'm saying? You type in your symptoms, can't sleep at night, back pain, blah, 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 whatever. You're going to get natural remedies, man. So get it while you can. Get it while you can. Fish oil, that's beautiful, brother.
What y'all think about the omega-3? Yeah.
That's beautiful, brother. That's good. That's anti-inflammatory.
What y'all ever think about the omega-3?
Yeah, you can. And then the thing about that, like you can consume the omega-3 with like salmon. Salmon is a rich source of omega-3. With the fish oils, you gotta be careful. Like, I'm not down the fish oil, but a lot of time what this nigga would do, I'm talking about this nigga Esau. Yeah. He'll encapsulate the fish oil with gelatin.
Oh yeah.
See, he's just a demon like that.
That's right.
Yeah,
right.
So he's like, oh, I'm being healthy. I'm eating fish oil. No, you're eating gelatin.
Just go for kosher. Go for where it says kosher gelatin.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Kosher would be beef. Yeah. But if it just say gelatin, 99% of the time is probably pork gelatin.
It's cheaper.
Yeah.
Or just get the liquid fish oil. You can get the liquid joint that you pour into the tablespoon and you drink that. It don't have to be capsulated,
And then
but they got the vegetable capsules too.
Yeah, and then
the
vegetable capsules, the veggie
the
capsules.
Kosher.
Yeah, kosher vegetable capsules, and then like wild caught salmon, not farm raised salmon. You don't really want to deal with stuff. More so the abundance of nutrition in creatures and in the plants is going to come from those that are wild crafted or wild caught. More so, because they don't have somebody who's managing them incorrectly. Like Esau, you got cattle. Esau, he don't manage the cattle right. You consuming Esau's managed cattle, or you going to get or killing or having a wild goat or venison, which venison is deer. I know, brothers in New York. I don't know if y'all get down with the, we down in the South. Somebody,
brother, I do venison out here, baby.
Okay, good. That's rich. That's very, very, very nutritious, man. Yeah. And it's not. Of course, this place is defiled, but the deer oftentimes they're in the wild. They're eating off of the the herbs of the field, so they're not as contaminated as like a farm raised creature that's been shot with pesticides. And see what Esau do is he'll shoot animals with antibiotics, and what will happen is you will eat that animal and you're eating those antibiotics, but antibiotics actually compromise your immune system. Those synthetic antibiotics compromise your immune system. So you just with everything you do, you consume, you do it with prayer.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But brother, I know you mentioned the capadula. Should we take the root or the bark?
The bark. Well, the bark is the bark, because the bark is the part that look like a branch or like a tree. I actually, matter of fact, hold on 1 second, bro. I got it right here.
Hey, Yaquab, you got an answer for this question right here?
Yes, cod liver oil is good. Yes, yeah, cod liver oil is good. It's also loaded with the omega-3 fatty acids, proteins, natural proteins. The fish are very healthy. Like, of course, lawful fish. Yahweh Shah, what did he do? He multiplied fish to feed and nourish the multitude. Right? That's a big part of our diet as Israelite, a Mediterranean diet. Our landmass is right by the seacoast. It's by what we consider the Great Sea, right, which is the Mediterranean. So, fish, salmon, so on and so forth, cod and different lawful fish with fins and scales. Seafood that has fins and scales is really nutritious for you, man, especially wildcrafted. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is what the brother mean by Mediterranean diet. I agree with you, Ak, on that.
Mm-hmm.
You want to speak on that real quick, the Mediterranean style?
Yeah, so geographically, of course, the Mediterranean is diverse. You have the bottom part of Italy, you have Turkey, you have Lebanon, and you have Israel, and you have North Africa. That's all the hub of the Mediterranean, but it's different depending on the landmass you're in, but it's similar. And a large part of the Mediterranean diet, you're going to get nuts. It's a lot of nuts. It's a lot of herbs like oregano. The most potent oregano, which oregano is very powerful, by the way, to deal with all type of diseases, dealing with warts, different type of STDs, different immune deficiencies, different type of carcinogenic ailments. Oregano is really good, but the best oregano comes from Turkey, which Turkey is where? Turkey is is the Mediterranean, But you're going to be loaded with different type of herbs like sage, which comes from Mediterranean. Oregano originates from the Mediterranean. Rosemary. You're going to be dealing with garlic, onions, different type of peppers, different type of nuts, kosher meats, like of course seafood like the salmon, the cod, different type of bass, different vegetation. It's a more heightened diet. It's a more quality diet. Like for instance, if you go to the land of Moab, them niggas are eating squid and all type of shit. They eating bug out there. Their meals are not kosher. They're not sound. They're not whole. But a Mediterranean diet is more fulfilling. All right. You're gonna be eating lamb. You're gonna be eating, beef. That's Mediterranean. Cucumbers is really big. Yeah. The scripture speaks about how the Israelites was bugging out because they was in the wilderness and had to leave. Where are our leeks? We don't got our cucumbers. We came here with Moses. He brought us here to die. We don't got our garlic. Niggas. They was complaining because they missed their Mediterranean food in Egypt.
Yeah, bro. Real quick, this is the bark, capadula.
got the big boy.
You know what I'm saying? Kabadula right here.
I know that thing fresh.
Yo, this shit hard to cut, bro. It's hard to fit in the pot, so you gotta like saw this shit off. Chop them up. The more you cut them, chop them up, dice them up. You boil it, leave it in the pot. You know the liquid gets real dark. And you do whatever you want with it. You can mix it with your protein shake, your smoothie, your tea, your coffee, whatever. Drink it, whatever. Honey, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, so you put it in Rapar, right? The benefits of Kabadula.
Yeah, nah, I didn't find the benefits. Let me get that.
All right, so let me type in how you spell it. So brothers who want to look it up.
Was it Capadulla?
Yeah. Capadulla. Yep, you spelled it right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And the sites you may find it at, bro, they may be selling it a little pricey. You know what I mean? For obvious reasons, but
yeah, you put me on game with this Capadula. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah, bro, look into it, man. You know, it's definitely energetic. You know what I'm saying? Definitely energetic. You know,
what's a good price for it? What's a good price for it?
Honestly, bro, I can't even tell you. I don't know because I don't know. I know the priest, the car had he had purchased a bag, but I'm not sure exactly how much ounces or the weight of it that he paid, but it was like paid like $10-$20 for ounces, something. I don't know. I can't remember. I don't know. But it was a lot less than this. So this would probably be like $40. I don't know. I really can't tell you.
You can put that bad boy in a tincture too.
Oh yeah, bro.
That'll make
natural painkiller.
That's a good idea. You know what I mean? That's a good idea. That's a very good idea. Lord's will. We're gonna talk about that too after the camera's off. Let me see.
All right, so we could close it here unless y'all got any other scriptures or things to bring out. What y'all got?
Let me see.
Tazai, one, you cooking up on something?
No, I had that price for the Capadula.
Oh, you got something?
But it was like $60 for a pound, something like that.
That's an expensive herb.
Yeah,
$60 for a pound. That's expensive.
Yeah, some of them are just expensive.
I'm sure it's worth it though.
Yeah.
You don't gotta get a whole pound though. You can get, you know what I'm saying? You can get you could probably do good with an ounce, 2 ounce.
But yeah, but it's good for that, but like obviously the more you boil it out is you take out from it. So it's good for like 4 to 7 different boils. And then after that the water becomes clear and then ain't nothing you can do with it no more, you know what I mean? But yeah, bro, I mean, yeah. we could chop on for days with this one.
Natural painkiller.
What you looking at? Kabadula?
Yeah, we'll end it here on a good note, man. Oh, yeah, I was looking at Kabadula. It says natural painkiller, natural stimulant, gives energy. That's the thing in making this video. What's a good supplement? What y'all brothers got for a supplement for coffee?
Cinnamon.
Not a supplement, but something you could transfer out.
Replacement. A replacement?
It's an herb called
replacement. Yeah.
Go ahead, I'm one.
No, I just threw out cinnamon. Cinnamon, because I did that research too a while back. Because I like coffee. I like black coffee, no sugar, no cream, like heavy D, right? But I used to do the black coffee. I still do. You know what I'm saying? But then I kind of switched it up a little bit, and I went for Ceylon cinnamon. And same shit. But I mean, as far as replacement, I could just say cinnamon. What you got, bro?
It's a herb called yerba mate. Yeah, so it's this herb called yerba mate, which it's it doesn't have as much caffeine as coffee. It has caffeine. It's good for energy, but it doesn't have some of those, those jittery side effects that coffee can give to you. You know.
Okay.
But the thing about yerba mate is best used when you combine it with an herb called lapacho bark. All right, which lapacho bark. Both of these are South American herbs. Let me see if I can flip to it real quick. I know we've been going for a minute. You know, with lapacho bark is otherwise known. You'll hear it as Paul di Arco. Have you ever heard of that? Paul di Arco.
Nah.
But yeah, if you combine those two herbs, yerba mate, lapacho bark, and the benefits of those herbs are really innumerable. You know, especially lapacho bark. You know, but yeah, that's it.
Okay. Hey, real quick, Rapa. You had mentioned about the stress, right? I know we talked about this before back when we was hitting Richie's. Ashwagandha.
Oh yeah, big time.
I know y'all brothers know about ashwagandha.
Big time.
You know, ashwagandha is a good
Talk
one
about
too.
it.
You know, ashwagandha is you talk stress, anxiety. You know, mood enhancer.
Yeah.
Like the brother
Show it
mentioned.
again. Show it again one more time.
Ashwagandha. Hold on, my camera's.
And how many milligrams is
I don't
that?
even be using my desktop, so this shit's weird right now.
Like it's 2,000,
How many?
2,100.
2,100.
I go for the highest, bro. I always go for the highest because remember, like I said earlier, you know, we if you exercise and you in construction, do whatever you do, you're not the average person. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I suggest go for the highest milligrams and the highest whatever. And then you go from there. If you got to cut back, you cut back. But if you got to take more, it's going to become more expensive. You know what I'm saying? Let's say this was 10,000.
Right,
not 10,000.
exactly.
Let's say it was 1,000 milligrams, but you needed more. Now you're going to run through this shit. You get what I'm saying? But you could always cut back. And I believe it's 3 capsules per serving. You know what I'm saying? But ashwagandha is good. Promotes stress reduction, supports immune system, and mood enhancer.
That's an
And what I do often too is when I'm in the mornings when I do my black coffee, I open the capsule and pour the powder inside the coffee and mix it up. I normally don't take the capsule itself, even whether it's kosher or whatever. I always pour it out to get the straight up the slap in the face, so to speak. You know.
How long it take until it work?
Brother, I really can't give an answer, man. I mean, I could go with statistics is telling you, but you know, when you got a regimen going,
big time, go to cola.
Yeah, go to cola is a bad one too.
That's big time.
Yeah, go to cola. Yeah, I got that upstairs somewhere in the cabinet, but yeah. I mean, as far as kicking in, bro, that's a vague answer. Everybody's different. Everybody's different, bro. You know, if you naturally used to being in a good mood and just less stressed, then sometimes some shit you really don't even feel the effect. You just going with the flow. And I'm not saying it's a placebo either, but I'm just saying like certain shit, unless you cut back and then you hop back on it and then actually document it, then you would know. You get what I'm saying? How often should I take it? Well, you can take it daily. Take it daily, bro. Sirach, take it daily. You know?
Come on.
Yeah.
Take it daily. A lot of these different minerals and vitamins and things are like what they call I believe the word is called soluble, which means if you take too much of it, you can just piss it out.
Oh yeah,
like the B vitamins. The B vitamins, if you take too much B vitamins, it don't do nothing bad to you. You just end up pissing it out. If you see your piss is yellow, high yellow neon, that's because you took too much and your body just getting rid of the excess.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So certain vitamins and minerals, not all of them. If your body don't need it, you piss, even though you're drinking a lot of water and your piss is neon green, that's because you just pissing out all the good shit. Your body didn't need all the extra shit. It filtered it out itself. You know?
Yeah. I was gonna say a lot of these herbs, which you consider, they have low toxicity levels. So if you're taking the herb, you want to know the toxicity level of it, like so you'll know how much you should take, if you should take it on a consistent basis. Like for instance, I believe it's called Sejantra. No, not Sejantra. Echinacea. Echinacea is really, really good. It's an exceptional herb, but it has a certain level of toxicity to it. So, it's great for the immune system. If you're sick, you got a flu, you want to take Echinacea, but you will only want to take it for about the time period of 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, you might want to give it like a week off, or however, you only want to take it in spans of 2 weeks, So that's just something that any and everybody should do. That's the Echinacea. You want to do your own due diligence. Like I said, we're not here to prescribe, or we're not your doctors here. We just your fellow brethren here to
chopping it up.
Yeah, that's it.
Another one too, I'm gonna add too, is a common one that's in probably a lot of people's cabinets, is on vitamin C. You could get vitamin C toxicity, you know what I'm saying, by trying to, I got that. That shit happened to me before, bro. Taking too much damn vitamin C, that shit messed me up. But that's one of the things that you just can't piss out, vitamin C. So be careful when you're taking vitamin C, don't take too much of that shit. Take whatever recommend. Huh?
It's a lot, yeah. I seen also something that said for people 35 and up, they should it was recommended for calcium. What y'all think about that? Taking calcium.
You got calcium is good, bro. Chelted calcium, you could take it, but they say it's not good.
No, they say it's good, especially when you get to that age, 35. Just start taking care of your bones.
What's calcium good for? Your bones, your bone structure. Right. You know what I'm saying? You get older, your structure breaks down. So that would make sense. Calcium is good for your bones. So the older you get, the more brittle your bones, all this shit, the damage we don't put our bones through. It would make sense that you should take more calcium. They say get it from milk, but I'm sure there's other sources you could get your calcium from.
That nigga Esau, man.
Yeah, there's other sources you get your calcium from. Your bones. That's why old people they prone to damage, bro. They fall down, they break some shit because the calcium starts to decay in their body, the teeth, the bone structure, and all that, bro.
Sea moss is extremely high in calcium.
Oh yeah.
Sea moss is exceptionally high in calcium. That's the thing. Like when we talk about minerals like that, it's better to consume it. It's safer to consume it in supplements that are not supplements, but herbs and vegetation and animals that the Lord has already established. Like instead of taking a supplement that says calcium, and Esau just concentrated some calcium somehow, scientifically so-called. Take calcium via your herbs like kelp, like sea moss. These herbs that are already in there, because when they're in a natural state, they have other minerals and other components to keep them balanced and for them to properly function in your body. When you just separate something and you take it out of its natural state, it doesn't have the synergistic effect. It might not digest as efficiently as, for instance, if you taking it in its natural state.
Kind of. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a whole lot of sense.
You gave me a good idea too, brother. With all this soy in the products, and Esau messing with the water or whatever is going on, fluoride in situations that take away like testosterone. The thing, put too much what's that, estrogen in men's food. What you think? What would y'all say to get back that testosterone?
Hey, you said you brought up calcium. Well, fluoride, it destroys, it depletes calcium.
Yeah.
It fucks up your teeth, your enamels, your bones. Fluoride does it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Which in your bones, you got your bone marrow, which is the blood. So it damn near depletes your whole body, bro. But fluoride is hey, what you said earlier, bro. You said sugar is Satan or something like that.
Yeah, sugar's the devil. Sugar got
fluoride is the devil too, brother.
Yeah.
Fluoride is the devil. That's Satan himself.
Yeah. That's one of the devices of Esau.
That's right. Yeah, that's right, bro. And you know what? We got the abundance of sugar and fluoride here in Babylon, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, we take showers. We was talking about the showers earlier. That's fluoride water. You take a hot shower, that steam, that mist, you breathing in fluoride, bro.
Yeah.
You drinking fluoride, you brushing your teeth. Listen, stay away from the effing Colgate.
Right. Yeah.
You know, stay away from that shit, man. You know, that's fluoride, bro. All it's gonna do is weaken your enamel and eventually seep into your system. And yes, like you said, bro, Rapal Maf, it lowers your testosterone level. As a matter of fact, not just testosterone, it throws off your hormonal balances,
right,
male and female.
Yeah.
You know, women have their cycles all off course, all off balance. That's because of that fluoride. Same thing with the men. You know, it keeps you docile. Now, what's one thing that keep a man docile is a lack of testosterone. Mm-hmm. And one thing the society does, it encourages and pushes for men to have a low testosterone level, bro. Because if you got a high testosterone level, then you a manly man, man. You know, and then you're gonna rise up against Esau, and your wits are gonna be with you, and then you ain't gonna have the bullshit, bro. But Esau does everything and anything to lower your testosterone, man. From the food, the women, the shit you see on TV, on the internet, everything, bro. The air that you breathe, the water that you drink, is to lower your testosterone. The one thing that makes you a man. All right. You know, that's my input. That's why you got shit like this, you know what I'm saying? To bring that balance back, baby.
Lay the wood down. That's it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The maca, all of that, bro.
Ginseng, licorice.
The ginseng.
What you got to say about that?
I mean, I'm learning from y'all, but you know, I'm a young brother, but I want to speak on, you know, pretty much as we come into this cold season, you know, Esau is steady messing with the weather and shit, you know, the chemtrails in the air. But I got some, you know, that I learned from the elders, in which it's called honey from minute garlic. So y'all done heard about that if you haven't.
What's that? Honey and garlic?
Yeah,
honey from minute garlic.
Oh yeah.
Minute honey garlic.
Yeah, yeah, kind.
Yeah, so pretty much, you know, this is it's high in it's a high anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and it pretty much, you know, boosts your immune system.
Right.
So what you do is you get like maybe 2 heads of garlic.
Mm-hmm.
You peel it, you know, you get the cloves, you put it into a jar like this, and you fill it with honey, and you close it up, seal it up, and every day what you'll do is you'll pop the top to let the CO2 out. So you want the yeast and the bacteria, all that to form in it. And so over a process of about 4 to 6 weeks, it should be fully fermented.
Yeah.
And you constantly want to open this up and tighten it back up every day. But that's a high, you know, thing to use to boost your immune system as you come into this cold season, you know, with the flu and the Rona and all that shit.
The Lord made it easy, bro. Like you had some, and that's a very potent. What you got in your hand is gold. That's not something that's light. Vinegar combined with garlic and honey. That's extremely nutritious. The Lord made it easy. You don't need this man's system. You know what's going to end up happening is if you don't utilize this wisdom and knowledge to have to be the stability of your time, you're gonna get caught out there with Esau, and you're gonna be trusting this man's system. You know. You go to this man's system, you go into them buildings, you might not come out, bro. You got to consider that. You got to count the cost. So what? One, try to prevent yourself from having to go there by maintaining a efficient diet, a healthy diet. And 2, when the Lord puts you through certain situations, have faith in Yahweh Shem Shah and utilize what he's giving us, man. What Esau is going to give you, that's not going to help, man. Esau don't got it, you know?
That's right, bro.
And then, as the scriptures say, certain things come with prayer and fasting, right?
Exactly. Fasting is good.
So, you know, always mixing back the words, you know, the scriptures back within what we know, man. Because this is a whole study. As you can see, we already 2 hours. Is it? Yeah, 2 hours of teaching, you know, breaking down different remedies, and we ain't scratched the surface. You know, because we just kind of shooting off the hip and going as it come. But if we was to give a complete, a study of everything that you could break down about different herbs, we'd be here all night and then some. And you know, ultimately, what we do is mix health. You know, health is your wealth, as they say, and there's plenty of scriptures dealing with health, and we brought a lot of those out. So as brothers continue to, you know, walk, you know, is what I mean. What's the scripture say? Pray and fast, man. I mean, prayer, man. Sometimes, and then the scriptures tell you if a man be sick, he can come to his elders, let the elders pray over him, right? And so, yeah. And then ultimately, we're gonna come to that glory, which is coming back to what, man? Coming back to them new bodies, Akim. You know, new bodies being translated where, you know, where the scriptures say we ain't gonna have, there ain't gonna be no crying. You know, immortal bodies, celestial bodies. What kind of minerals you think you're gonna have in your body then? You know, and even when you do take a supplement in that day, I mean, do you even need a supplement in that day? Is the question. But if you do happen to take one, what's it gonna do? Right. You know what I'm saying? But basically, you could in that day you could just increase your, you know, turn up your. You need some adrenaline. You're just gonna turn it up. You're gonna think about it and be able to turn it up. You know, so hey, but there's plenty of scriptures dealing with how Yahushua healed those that are sick, and then, you know, brother, I seen in the comment section where a brother mentioned that we gonna have healing power,
right?
So that's coming too. That's part of that spiritual power, man. Big time, man. We looking more forward to that than anything else. We just dealing with through the spirit what the Lord put on this earth, what we got now in this short time frame. We ain't saying drop the scriptures and go into the study of herbs. We just throwing stuff out there because we got to throw these disclaimers because, you know, Jake will take this and run with it and then lead the truth and become herbologists.
Yeah. But you know what though, bro? I'm sorry, Salakia, brother. I'm sorry to cut you off, bro. But this is part of the truth. You know, this is part of the truth. This is part of the balance of the truth, bro. Matter of fact, I got a quick precept. It says 1 Corinthians 6:19. It says, what? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, which is in you, which ye have of the Most High, and ye are not of your own. So our bodies are the temple of the Most High. Our body is the temple of Yahweh Shemi Shah. You know what I'm saying? So what do you do with your body? What do you do with the temple? The temple is sacred. Here it is. Our bodies are sacred. Our body's supposed to be sacred. So we should treat our body as such. You know what I'm saying? Now the mentality, you know, these bodies are temporal. Fuck it. It is what it is. That's not the mentality to have either, man. Over time and over years, that was my mentality when I came in. I'm like, man, fuck this body. Shit gonna change. That's how some brothers get fat, just drinking, don't give a fuck. But then you realize you here in Babylon another 10, 15 years. You know, and then you try to get yourself right. You know, but then you might find yourself in a messed up situation because you neglected your shit. You know what I mean? Neglected your body. But, you know, the body's a temple. So treat it as such, you know, treat it holy, sacred, and take care of what the Lord gave you for the time being, man. You know, because this is our vehicle that allows us to drive to camp. If you got a car, a whip that you rely on to go to camp, how you gonna treat it like shit? You gotta make sure that car got gas, it's tuned up, gotta do the work. Well, our body's that vehicle that allow us to do the work, man. You know, so hey, take care of it. Take care of it, man. You brothers out there, you know, take care of your bodies, bro. You know, to the best of your ability, man. It all ties down to discipline at the end of the day, whether you want to do it or not. Yeah, that's what it really boiled down to. Yeah. You know. Yeah, bro.
That's a beautiful point, man. What's his, brother Yaiko? You have something to say?
Lie. You know, I'm just, you know, brothers have been touching up on all the points through the spirit. You know, of course, for this season, Lord willing, we'll be able to get another one of these in. You know, somewhere down the line and touch up on some or expound on certain points. But nah, man, just trust in Yahweh Shemi Shah and utilize what He has granted. You know, not because what Esau is going to give you. We go into it, brothers go into it. Pharmacia is you go into that word. That's the term pharmacy come from is witchcraft. The word means witchcraft and sorcery. And what does the scripture say? Rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. So you don't want to deal with this man's system. You know, you don't want to, because we have to be separate from his system. It's gonna come a point where you're not going to be able to. Matter of fact, I got a scripture. We got to be. Apostle Tar said that. He said a prophet, a prophet's a historian. A prophet's a herbalist. You understand? These certain things, according to our lot and who we are as people, we're gonna have a lot of people relying on us, man. All right, you doing this work. It might be 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000 people that are following you and looking for you for leadership. You know, and I'm talking about on this side, while we, you know, in the midst of Jacob's trouble, so on and so forth. The floodgates of the truth about to open, man. All right, you see what happened with this guy Ye. You don't think that activated a lot of people's mind? What's going to be the outcome? What's going to happen? What's going to be the end result of the Lord putting the spirit on that man to say that? That touched a lot of people. That thing went global, man. All right, and he spoke about what? Us being the people. So what's that going to do? That's going to lead people to us. So we're going to have to be responsible for a lot of people's well-being. So we have to have this knowledge. All right. Let me get the scripture real quick. Then that's all I got. Let me see here. It's in the book of Maccabees. Let's see here.
I got some in the meantime while you looking for that.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
This is
I got it actually. Go ahead, brother. You got it.
Real quick, this is Colossians 4 and right 4. It says, well, let me go up. Colossians 4 and 2. Continue in prayer and watch in the same giving. So always praying and watching, right? And then you drop down. I just want to bring this point out. Verse 14, Luke, the beloved physician. So you did have, right? And I don't know if that's dealing with Luke from the gospel. It might be a different Luke. That was like a common name. But, you know, as you can see, this man was a beloved physician. So Israel always got somebody in the cut, you know, beloved too. Now, you know, as opposed to an unbeloved, somebody that's using herbs to cause harm. And just like you got people selling you false stuff like the brother just went into, you got that false what's you call it? The thing in the ocean.
Sea moss.
Yeah, sea moss. You got the fake sea moss. You got the low grade sea moss, but then you got the rich sea moss. Well, you had, you know, physicians, fake physicians and fake. Yeah, wildcrafted, but then you got the real stuff. So now, you know, now you get a little more education on what a real true sea moss and different herbs. And this is, you know, it's all a test. See, at this point in time, brothers is sharing their wisdom. So as a brother Amor Gabar just said, he said you gotta have moderation, you gotta have discipline in this thing. You know, you can go with anything, you can go overboard with anything, man. You know, and so you don't want to go overboard, but the right amount, just like taking the right amount of dosage. Brothers went into this earlier that the wrong dosage of the right herb, but the wrong dosage could kill you, be toxic for you. You know, so always remember that it's all moderation. When we talk about eating, you eat in moderation. You eat too much, what happens to you? You become a glutton. Become all type of sickness coming from just eating too much, man. Yeah. You know, there's some, you know, that's another show for another time. There's something called what's that body mass index?
Oh, BMI. BMI.
Yeah, BMI. And they say basically if you're not in the right, just not being in the right or appropriate BMI, right? Or appropriate, close to the appropriate BMI, cause all type of heart problems and conditions. Everything's tied to how high above your BMI you are. So sometimes it's an issue of overweight. Sometimes it's an issue of diet, right? You're not eating the right things. You could eat small portions, but it just be the toxic foods. It'd be bad carbs. It'd be bad proteins and bad, right? And so just like with this, what we talking about, dealing with different herbs, man. The wrong herbs that have you going, whoop, you know, going nutty out here. So hey, be careful. And just because a man come up to you with something to take, come on, don't be stupid, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, you know, you gotta learn how to turn stuff down, because Israel, man, you know how Israel get. We get a little bit of something, and then we gonna want to run from it. Next thing you know, you ain't seen Jake in 5 months. So you know, you just gotta be a moderation to everything. You know,
do your research.
Do your research, man. Pay attention. Do your research. Don't just, you're not a lab rat. That's the same reason we ain't go ahead and take no jab, G. All right. And through the spirit, man, brothers got a different type of pep in our step than the rest of these Americans, man. Because they all jabbed up, man. You know what I'm saying? They got all type of they got all type of toxins running through your blood. Your breath stink. You don't even understand why. That's because, you know, but brothers over here, you know, we fought, you know, through the spirit. You call Allah Yahweh with the right directions from our apostles, because we could have been from part of the wrong camp that decided everybody go ahead and get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he said that.
That's fucked up, bro.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah. I mean, yo, athletes is dropping dead, man. And they still selling it like it's normal. They still normalize the thing. And months later, everybody close to each other, walking hand to hand. Ain't no mask on the face. Ain't no 6 feet of distance. Ain't no all of that. Just dropped out the air. And then we supposed to be believing these people, the same people that sold us that lie. We still believing on these. So, yo, hey, through the spirit of the Lord, it's now more than never the time to get back into what the Lord got for us and the different herbs, and especially like the working out thing, man. You know, because if I be honest, man, Jake just enjoy their weight problem, man. It's like they just learned to live with their weight problem, man. You know, it's not, you know, you gotta get up out of that them sleepy demon slackered habits, man. You know, because when you start doing that, it's like life back. Go ahead, Doc.
Now I was gonna say, but you got to consider it like this: much is given, much is required. You expecting to get vision, you expecting to get spiritual powers from the Lord, but you've been a nigga eating KFC with a defiled temple with all type of mad parasites. Consider this: what before Esdras got those heavy visions, Esau's the end of the world, Jake's beginning of his follow. What happened? He was fasting. He was just eating plain herbs in the field for weeks. So his body was purified to actually deal with the Lord on that level and receive those revelations. So that's the same thing with us. If we supposed to be healing people, if we're supposed to be flying, if we're supposed to be exercising spiritual power, if we're supposed to be on this level that we hope and desire and we know that we should be on, then it's certain things that we have to do before we able to stand up and actually realize that hour, man. It's a process.
Good point.
Like exercise and discipline.
It's a process.
A lot of this food, what we talking about, is all exercise and discipline.
That's it.
You know, now you got to spend your money on herbs. Some of these herbs that we go into, they cost some bread. You know, a lot of reason why Jake go for the cheap foods is because they don't even want to get it, you know, which is another thing, but it's all tied in. You got to actually have a job to be able to supply yourself and your family members with all of this stuff, man. That means you got to get up off your joint and just go find a little, you know, 9 to 5 hustle, whatever you're doing. You know, you can't be a slugger. And because some of these herbs, you know, you got to order these things, man. Ain't nobody tooth fairy going to deliver it to your crib, man. You know, brothers pay for these things, and that's a worthy sacrifice because when you're dealing with your health, you're dealing with your mind, you're dealing with your body, you're dealing with your spirit. You supporting your walk, basically.
That's important.
Yeah. Hey,
like the brother Tazaya one, he brought out. I mean, certain of these herbs are more expensive than others, but you can it doesn't even have to be like that. The Lord really made it easy. Like the brother had honey, vinegar, and garlic. That's not that expensive, but that can go a long way for you. So it's just how you do it. It's, you know, you don't have to get the exotic, you know, this from the planet Pluto. You know, you can get you some sage. You know, you can get you some. You know, it's just about how you make it, man. How you want to make it.
Show that again to Zion. Show that again to Zion. What you made? How easy and how much you spent on that whole thing right there?
I mean, you know, just go and get a little pack of garlic. Get you some 100% natural honey. Matter of fact, can y'all see it?
Yep.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. Get you some 100% pure raw honey. Don't get that processed honey, because that, you know, when it goes to the process, it pretty much kills the nutrients of the honey. Right. So make sure it's all natural, pure. And what you do again is you peel the cloves and you put them in a jar. You fill up with honey like that. And you let it sit for like 4 to 6 weeks. Every day you open it up, you let it breathe, you close back up. And after 4 to 6 weeks, you should be ready to go. Yep.
Hey, bro, if I may add, brother, did you cut the cloves up? Did you cut them up or not?
Nah, you ain't got to cut them up. Just peel off the skin.
Okay, now I say that because I got this joint right here. Same thing. This from like 5 years ago though. This is buckwheat honey, and I cut the cloves though. The reason why I personally cut the cloves is once you open up the garlic, you release allicin.
That's it.
Something called allicin.
Yeah. Right.
You know about that allicin.
Yeah,
so now, exactly. Now you got that particular compound forming together with the honey itself. That's why I ask you that. You know what I'm saying? So now the honey itself have the compound allicin in it, just doing its thing up in there. So when you take it, it'll be a little more potent. But I guess you could do it however you want. But my preference is cutting it up and then throwing it inside the honey. This is buckwheat honey, and it's more potent. It's very strong, bro, because you can swallow garlic versus chewing it. When you chew it, that's when you get the best of it. You let all allicin, the juices, which reduces the headache. That's where the chemical compound is released at when you chew it up. But yeah, I'm just throwing that out there though, bro. Oh yeah. However Jake do it is how Jake do it.
What y'all got for the flu? Because the other Ayadan years ago gave me something for flu. I just want to share this little quick testimony. I mean, I had the flu, like bedridden, laid out. All right. I mean, body aching and all of that. This was years ago, before 19 came out. And the elder said, I barely had enough energy to walk to the store. I got 2 onions, medium-sized onions. I got cayenne pepper, lemon, and then I got garlic, then ginger, and honey. Boiled it up, right? Boiled it, made sure it was nice and mixed up, maybe about a half hour, 45 minutes of keeping it on boil and simmer. And then by the first cup I drank, I was 50 to 75% better after that first cup, right? By the second cup, I'm about 80% better. The next day I wake up and have the third cup, because you're going to put it in a nice sized pot, so you got enough for like 4 or 5 cups. The next day, man, after that last one, I was about 95% better. And this is all natural. I ain't take anything else with it. So, they out here, man, and it's cheap. I mean, probably what I spent $15 at the time. So everything, the brother's right on that. A lot of these you got to learn how to take care of yourself, man. That's basically what we're talking about. And these things, sadly, wasn't. Some of them was passed down. Some of them wasn't. A lot of us really just. I can speak for myself. I grew up off of junk food, man. They cooked at the house, but it was fried chicken and macaroni and cheese. It was all that soul food. Jake loved to eat, and then you wonder why Granny don't like to walk around, And you wonder why, everybody got these little issues, and they go see the doctor like it's a religious event. Where you at? The doctor. I'm going to see the doctor, and that's really that's really the rest of their life. I had an old man that told me once, some say old age is a punishment, and he used to work with me. He just walked with his head down and there's a lot of benefits to these things we bringing out, and the Lord wanted us to bring this out, brothers. That's why this video was able to take place, man. And the water again for y'all brothers coming through. Y'all can still share whatever y'all had, or just throw in some closing statements. It's about 2.5 hours of this, man. I mean, our brothers nailed it tonight. What y'all got? Like closing statements. Let's just go around. You can start with Cabal, man. What you got?
I mean, bro, I think we said it all, bro. Just treat your body right, bro. I mean, I don't know. I mean, what else to say, bro? Yeah, our body's gonna be changed and all that, but at the same time, we just gotta maintain. Who wanna wake up all fucked up and sick and fuck that, bro. It's just it's simple. It's real simple. All it takes is discipline. That's it. Jake don't got discipline. Jake don't want to be disciplined. Jake don't want to eat 1 meal a day. Jake don't want to drink a gallon of water a day. Jake want to eat French fries, Chick-fil-A, and whatever. Jake is afraid of discipline, bro. Why you think Jake always get jacked up? Why we always went off? Why Jake always went off? Because that discipline. You know what I'm saying? The law, statute, commandment. They just can't. But now that we in this truth, bro, this is another light. It's another form of understanding this truth, this wisdom, this knowledge. The Lord gave us the knowledge. I got a couple books here. You got like this book right here, John Hopkins, Symptoms and Remedies. You know what I mean? I have a couple. You know, this is a good one right here. You know, y'all brothers could look it up yourself. It says The Complete Home Remedies, Medical References. It's a good book. You know, a lot of shit that we spoke about. Got this one right here. You know, vinegar, the king of all cures. Apple cider vinegar. I don't know if we mentioned that, but apple cider vinegar is another bad boy right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's another bad boy which should be taken, like you mentioned, brother, on Yaquab, with moderately. You know, don't you over consume that, you become acidic as all hell. Exactly. So you really gotta take that moderately. You know, but you know, just many things, bro. Just many things. That's why this truth is so vast. There's levels to it, is deep. You know, and health is part of it. But that's all I gotta say, bro. Else we go 4 hours and 75 minutes.
I mean, we can go another 2, man. I know we could go another 2. Hey, y'all brothers, hey, you know, in my opinion, I'll speak as a man. These brothers, when they come to health, bro, these brothers is brilliant, man. Like, you know, through the spirit, when I came into the truth, man, like I said, health, man, what is health besides going to the doctor? Like, literally, Jake, you know, in my perspective, I had no understanding of herbal, nothing, man. In America, America is going to help you with that negative understanding, that false belief that everything is over the counter. As soon as you get sick, go straight to the CVS. As soon as you go sick, we talking about everything from Tylenol to and who wins at the end of the day? Johnson and Johnson. Talk about look, we can even deal with certain things that they told us all our life was good for you. Baby powder. Baby powder ends up giving cancer in your testicles, man. I mean, what kind of society is this, man? Bro's been throwing, you know, what's his name? Snoop Dogg, Johnson's baby powder and the cool water cologne. You know, Jake been talking about this for years, man. Yeah. So, you know, it's not, hey, it's time to step out of this, you know, the water for the brothers, man, you know, helping us step into the real reality of what we dealing with, man. Esau's a damn king of terrors, you know, which was set up. He's a baby king of terrors, man, but he here to destroy, man. You know, he here to utterly purge and plague Jake, you know, consistently, man. Toxins over and over and over, man. Jackson, Mississippi. How many accounts, man? Poisoned water, dealing with the smallpox going back. This man who ruling over us, man, is a mad scientist. Anything he gets his hands on, he really literally is destroying you and destroying your family members every single day with it. So, you know, what the scriptures say, Hosea 4:6, my people destroy for lack of knowledge. This part of that knowledge we lost. How we lose it? On them slave ships, man. We lose it on them can't, you know, slavery, you know, and Lord willing, we starting to gain some of that, you know, herbal information back. But look how long it took, man. Hey, to Zion One, what you got to close out with?
I ain't got no scripture, but pretty much, you know, to conclude the whole matter, you know, Esau, we know that it's an attack on the body, the mind, you know, from the head to the foot to the spirit, and this whole truth was designed to counter Esau and what he's throwing out into our people. And that's pretty much the battle of the spirit and the flesh. The scripture tell you that, you know, the flesh is weak, but the spirit is willing. You know, and going back into that discipline, if you really love yourself, because when you come to the truth, that's when you really start to learn how to love yourself. So when you do that, yeah, then you start to make the adjustment. You start to put off your old man and put on the new man. You know, that's when you start changing your diet, start changing, you know, the things that you eat, you know, and start putting in things that'll help instead of feeding your flesh.
Hey, let me say one thing on that too, brother. You hit it out the park with that, bro. Brother said, love yourself. And we could sound as cliche. We don't really care no more about sounding cliche, man, because it's all for the edification of the elect. We're going to sound all corny to the people that ain't supposed to be here. But for the ones that turning back to the Lord and you using this time wisely, you seeking the Lord before this destruction come, and you really trying to get the salvation, you know you came from a place where you hated yourself and you hated everybody. I speak for myself first and foremost, man. No, I had no damn confidence before I came into this truth, man. I learned so much things in so little time, man. I don't even know who I'm looking back at when I see, you know, when I try to figure out how far I came, man. Because, you know, it all started with Esau teaching us to hate ourselves. You know, I got the quote, yay. They made us hate ourselves and love their wealth. You know, and now Jake is still in this. How you gonna get a man to want to operate and function at his best self when he don't care for himself like that? Niggas is caring for clout. How you gonna get a Jake to worry about herbs when he wrapped up in the clout? You know, he wrapped up in the here and now. He don't even got no. You know, the scripture tell you without vision the people perish. Jake don't really got no vision. They don't see themselves as nothing. Apostle the Hall said years ago, Jake don't believe in himself. And I used to think about that, like, whoa, I ain't never heard nobody in the truth say that about believing in yourself. We usually talking about believing in Yahweh Shemel Shah. Well, when you have some understanding, I know what the apostle meant is that Jake don't think he can do nothing. He don't think nothing of himself. We've been taught to think nothing of ourselves. Why the hell you gonna throw some good herbs in your body? You know, that's for Esau. That's for the white man. That's basically what Jake think. Everything good for the white man. You say a big word, and niggas say that's a white man's word. Nigga, that's just a fucking word. You think that lower yourself, man?
Yeah.
All right, you hang around a nigga long enough, man. You might just want to start. You know, you looking at yourself lower, man. So a lot of it got to do with who you vibing with. If you vibing with the elves, you ain't never gonna soar with the eagles. You know, that's an old that's what Jake at my job, an old Irish dude used to tell me. He said, "How you gonna fly with the eagles when you keep walking with the trolls?" I was like, "Damn." You know, but that's through the spirit. That's really what we talking about. It's like higher level of thinking, man. I ain't trying to sound cliche, but we on some higher level of thinking, man. Jake ain't in that. We might live in the hood, we might live in the urban area, but we ain't on that same tip. We ain't on that same frequency. We ain't on that same vibe. Yeah. Call on me. How about Shemel Shah? The Lord done got us up out of that mess, man. Now we sitting here on the screen at Friday night. Brothers could have been out clubbing and doing all this whatever worldly shit. We over here talking about the benefits of herbs, man, trying to feed the people, man. And shout out to the brother GMS North Carolina, you know, Hawaii out there, man, because that's a brother that always, you know, uplifting the flock and doing the work. And you know, that's definitely where I perceive a man of the Lord amongst all the rest of you brothers, man. Hey, this man, Yaiqua, man, you know, I haven't even spoken to this brother for a minute, but you know, the spirit, as soon as I was thinking about, you know, the spirit hit me with a nutrition video, I thought of you like instantly. You know what I'm saying? But look how that worked, man. And the Lord gonna just continue to rise brothers up to the platforms where they supposed to be at, man. Because hey, man, this time of just not knowing what the hell to do and unsure of yourself and unfocused, man. The Lord rooting all of that bullshit about us, man. Yeah. You know, thanks to some of the, maybe it's the moringa, I don't know, but you know, I ain't trying, you know. You know, Jake on some BS, man. It's hard. It's hard to even be around Jake, man. What you eating, man? I'm eating shrimp and lobster. I can't even be around a nigga like that no more, man.
Stay away from him.
I told a nigga at work the other day, man. You know, he said this hurt and that hurt. I said, you eating that pork? I'm just saying it in jest. I said, you eating? That's all that pork you eating, man. Beef worse than pork. I ain't gonna fight a nigga that thinks beef worse than pork, man.
He got that shit
now, you know, through the spirit, bro. Hey, that's why when we how beautiful, what does the scripture say? The beauty of those when they come together and push this word up. Yeah, the brotherly love and the beautiful, how beautiful it is.
Psalms 103, right? I think.
Yeah. Hey, that's how. Yeah, it's starting to feel more and more beautiful, man. Yaiqua, what you got to say?
Yeah, I was gonna say whenever two or more gathered in my name, I'm also there. But I wanted to say, and closing, you have to ask of course you got to examine yourself if you be in the faith, but you have to consider, you know, do you see because if you are of the elect, Yahweh Shai is within you. You see, do you see that? Do you believe it, or do you just say that to make somebody else think that you believe it, or do you really believe it? That Yahweh Shai is within you. And if you consider that and you believe that, then you will say, how would I feed Yahweh Shai? How would I treat Yahweh Shai? Would I give Yahweh Shai some nigga shit and some bullshit? Or would I invest in Yahweh Shai and give him something that's kosher and something that is of quality? You are important. The hopeful elect, and I'm speaking to the hopeful elect because you got those who are born again, so I wouldn't say you important. But the elect, the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, you're important. And at the end of the day, we're teachers to the whole, we are set up to teach the entire world. We're set up to be examples for the whole world. We are, but you have to consider it's regarding the elect's sake. Yahweh Shai is within you, man. So if he's within you, then you have to conduct yourself as so. So if Yahweh Shai is within you, then what? Give Yahweh Shai the best you can give him. You know, and that means give yourself, do for yourself the best you can do for yourself, you know, through the Spirit. That's it.
And it reminded me of a song, I think it's Andre 3000. If you was around in 2004, if you're older than 32 years old, you might remember that album. It was a song where he's talking about vibrate higher. Y'all know what song I'm talking about? But either way, you know, you gotta you know, I hate to sound cliche again, but it is what it is. You gotta vibrate on a higher level, man. You know, that's what a lot of these herbs really going, Lord willing, help you do. That's what a lot of studying gonna help you do. It's supposed to help you do. You're supposed to get up on the level. There's a word called graduate, and people use it all the time, and they don't even know what it means. They think it means pass the grade and go to the next, like go to 5th and 6th grade situation. But that word is so heavy, y'all. You know, graduate, that's where you get the word grade. Like you got a grade, you got a B, C, A, D, but that's grade is also meaning shade. Like when you grade in a circle, you can grade it. That means you're going from darker to light or light to dark. There's different grades. And grade is another term for step or gradual step. So step by step. So you supposed to feel like you actually achieving, you are just accomplished the step learning what you learning. Or you watching a video and you learn and you perceived it, and when a video really hit you or a brother video really hit you, you just took a step up, man. We walk, imagine this a staircase, you know, staircase to heavens type thing. Imagine this, you walking on a staircase, man, like Rocky, when you about to get to the top and just start, you know, dancing, because that's what it is. Brothers is getting to higher levels and higher levels of understanding, intelligence. When I'm talking about like critical thinking, brothers is the top at critical thinking, man. I'll tell a brother, like I'm on Gabar, like Ella, I'm on Gabar here. You know, me and that brother will talk, and I'll give him a scenario or a situation, and I already know that brother got the answer. Or through the Spirit, he called on you about Yahweh Shem Yahshua. The Lord going, because the brothers have been what's the word is like seasoned. The scriptures say be seasoned. You know, it says be deep rooted, grounded. You know, after a certain amount of time, man, you really start to confide and trust in brothers' wisdoms, and their intellect. Come on, it's like we in college, bro. It's like we in a superior college, man, of infinite wisdom, man. Yeah. And so it ain't nothing for a brother to go for 2, 3, 4 hours of video. That ain't even nothing no more, man. If we wanted to put our minds to it, we could be here for 10 straight hours of this. This is light. See, we in the world. Come on, we in the world that man, their thought process is a 30-second TikTok video, man. That's the most they could offer. You know, that's the most that the world offered them, and that's what they eat. You eat what you are what you eat. And what they eat in 30-second TikTok video, that's the most information that they'll allow themselves to obtain. You know what I'm saying? We can't even keep it 1,000 if we wanted to with these people. That's why sometimes we just preaching to the choir. And at the end of the day, the elect is the choir. So we always going to be teaching the same things to the elect. To them, they hate it. It's nothing new. But to us, we getting more and more. And that's why the scriptures say in Matthew 25, it's like those that have oil, there was the wise and the foolish versions. The wise and the foolish had lamps with oil in it, but the wise brought more oil, reserves. So as we keep going, we building reserves. We just building on the reserves. Everybody else, they call themselves an Israelite. They got their lamps. And they just gonna walk outside, and then their light gonna die out, and then they're gonna look around for that more oil. And we ain't got time for you. Go to them that sell. So the Lord gonna have it that way, where you know we get that last laugh. He who laughs hardest, man. So they can have all of this, the worldliness, the money, all of that, man. The honeys, they can have all of that, you know, because we can see through the Spirit of the Lord. We can see it clearly and vivid. Like I said, maybe it's the moringa powder. I don't know. But we can see it clearly that, hey, the Lord about to drop some bombs on this place, man. Yeah. Literally and figuratively about to do it all. And his elect going to have to receive all of that mercy and that grace that was written in them scriptures, man. If anybody want to close out on anything or just bring up anything that y'all got, go for it. It's open. All good? Everybody straight?
Hey, brother, we good. I'm good. Cause we be here for another few hours, bro.
Yeah, we Gucci, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, the water again. You know what I'm saying? Everybody listening, hey, the water. You know, shalom to all the listeners, and yeah, stay strong. You know, we warriors of you know, feeding the sheep. That's what we call what we doing right now, feeding the sheep. You know, and it's a job and it's a duty. And if we didn't do it, the Lord would persecute us even more and our families. So it's not even something that we, you know, it's a job. And brothers take their job seriously. So Lord willing, we're gonna continue to do this. So hey, you know, until next time, we're gonna say Kal Halayim, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone who roll over the flock. Shalom, salutation, all you brothers out here, put some words of truth and sincerity. And Shalom, Abba Ball, DTA. All right. Soon, right to Zion. Soon.
DTA, Abba Ball, soon.
All right. Shalom.
Hey, shalom.
I'm gonna end it right now. Y'all can stay on for a second.
Mm-hmm.